Hello, good evening. For the first time in a while, it's me, AD. However, I would like to say that
For the first time
hold
in a
on one
while,
second.
it's
Oh,
me,
that's
AD.
loud. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I'm not very technical. But, anyways, I go by Armchair now because that's what Christopher Watts calls me, and I really like that. So, it's now Armchair. Uh, just to give you guys a bit of an update, I now have three channels. Um, I have my patron channel, which is $10 a month. I want you to join that. And I have the big channel, 60,000 subs. It's going to be my library. And thirdly, I have my live stream channel, which is what I'm going to be doing my live streams on because I can use super chat and super stickers on that channel. So, disclaimer, if I mention anything about super chat, it's in reference to doing a parody of AD. Because, for instance, for several days, he's been live on live stream channel every day. He knows super chat's working. It's worked every day. But he'll say, I don't know if my super chat's working. Would someone care to do super chat? Now, what's happened here is, uh, if you guys remember, back a couple years ago, when I was doing my parodies quite regularly, um, AD said parodies were not funny, and he sent me a cease and desist letter to me through email, and he faxed a copy to my place of employment. Now, let me go back and remind you what was said in the cease and desist letter. And the reason I bring this up is because for the past 3 days, AD has been doing parodies of D.A. Rourke, but he's going by D.A. Dork. And Tammy is known as Sammy. Coder is known as Foder. He also talks about senator and all that. So I'm going to tie this all together for you guys here in just a few minutes. First, let me go over the cease and desist. I agree, Hillary. His parodies are not funny whatsoever. He sits there and laughs. And Felix the Feline is like, oh my God, this is so hilarious. You know, everybody's like, it's hilarious. It's not really, okay? But anyway, let me go back. It says, as a result of your harassment, I have suffered in the following ways: substantial harm to my business, substantial harm to my professional reputation, substantial harm to my personal character, emotional distress. I have suffered anxiety, panic, and ill health. It is and desist from this activity immediately. If you fail to do so, I will be forced to take appropriate legal action against you, and I will seek all available damages and remedies. Okay, he sent that to me because I did a parody or several parodies, and I said exactly what he said. He is actually suggesting that D.A. Rourke uh, took a bribe from the senator. He's having an affair with the secretary. And this is all stuff he's saying D.A. Rourke is doing, only he goes by D.A. Dork, which he really is a dork, you know. He's also saying that Freemason, in case Dad supposedly is a preacher or minister in the Wiccan religion, he talks to him. So, wouldn't it be funny as hell if D.A. Rourke and all these people sued the ICE and, uh, you know, when he says that the plea deal, it was an arrangement, it was paid for, it was somebody in case father, a senator, Anadarko. He's even saying Anadarko was in on this, right, guys? So basically, he's accusing of all these other people of being in on this cover up, is basically what he's saying, as DA Dork. But we all know it's Rourke, right? So, anyways, I decided to do a parody of a parody. I am now known as Scammy, Scammy, because I'm in a scammy, right? And someone asked me, they said, AD, and please don't call me AD anymore. I would like to be called Armchair because that's what Christopher calls me, and I really like that. So call me Armchair. Now, trying to think, I lost my train of thought. I do that a lot. Comes with old age. But anyways, um, DA Pork Slapper. Now, someone did ask me. They said, AD, how come I have to pay for Patreon? Then I have to pay $1.99 for membership to turn my name green on YouTube, and then also Super Chat, right? Well, if you want your name green, you have to pay $1.99. That's all I can say. Okay. Now, with that being said, um, also I would like for Flo the feline. For you that don't know, it's Joe the cat. Flo the feline. Uh, Please send an see. I'm on a diet now because I had a blood pressure incident, guys. So I'm losing weight. I'm on water, diet, everything like it. Flo the feline. Daniel Bishop. He was a major fat ass last year. Ask him how he's lost all that weight, please. Flo the feline, please send that email right now, please. Okay, let me get down here to this. Okay, see. Okay, yes. Okay. Okay. I'm going to be taking calls from all these people. Actually, Bubbles is known as, let's see, I did have a name for her. What was it? Let's see, Flo the feline, and could be, I don't know. We will come up with something. Flo the feline and Bubble Bath. That works really good. Thank you, JD. We'll go with that for now. Flo the feline and Bubbles. Okay. DA Pork Slapper. It's Karen. Right. Yes. I don't like to say the words plea deal. I like to use the words agreement. Right. Karen, why aren't you taking calls, please? Yes, sir. That's correct. Yes, of course. This is DA Pork Slapper. I slap my pork. Yes, correct. Yes. They're swearing at me terribly. Right. Okay, I gotta go. Hmm. Hmm. Sorry about that, guys. Sometimes calls come in and I have to take them. That's what happens when you're a DA. You know, calls come in. I'm over a bunch of cases, guys. Okay. I don't know how this has went from him being a detective. The hilarious thing is, guys, he goes a shit because KK, who he calls Cray Cray, she's making money off this case. Motherfucker, you've been making money off this case for 3 years. Okay. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. He is a narcissist. I don't care what anybody says. You know who would be hilarious as a team, as a lawyer, an AD as a detective. Because Rudy Giuliani is getting sued by Dominion, the voting machines, for $1.3 billion. I have a pretty good idea that AD is going to get his ass sued off for these parodies he's doing, where he's suggesting Rourke has taken a payoff in case father, who he's got that ring. He's in the lodge. He doesn't want to say Freemason. He wants to say lodge and handshake. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. You can go over there and watch Cray Cray's channel, but you'll only get the correct information here. Now, tell me this, guys. I lost my super chat on the library now for hate speech like 3, 4, 5 times. Lost it completely. Nobody's said how dapper I look tonight either, by the way. But anyway, guys, now how am I able to come back on here? I'm charging $10 a month for Patreon, right? It's it's estimated that I'm making anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000 a month. And have you noticed, guys? Before when I didn't have Super Chat on my YouTube channel, I would always say this is like Coke. Patreon's like Coke, and YouTube's like Diet Coke. It's not the real thing, and I can't talk about things I talk about on Patreon that I talk about on YouTube, right? Because every time I get banned. She's watching it. And I'll tell you something else too, guys. Watch this. I've noticed it. Other people have noticed it because I've seen it on other creators' channels. Hey, if you don't believe me, watch how many times he makes sexual remarks about NK, where he talks about her going down on him. I'm telling you, just watch. Also, he says she watches every one of my videos. That turns him on, guys. He honestly thinks that. She's not having his videos taken down. His videos are taken down because he first hate speech, right? And like I said, I want to be called Armchair from now on, not AD, because, oh, I'm swooning. Christopher calls me that. Now, also, I was going to have a great big birthday celebration on Patreon, but the trolls ruined it. They ruined my birthday celebration. That's what I told everyone. What really happened is Flo the feline contacted me. She said, AD. I said, don't call me AD, call me Armchair. She said, oh, yeah, that's right. Christopher calls you Armchair. That's what you like. I said, yes. She said, Armchair, listen to me. She said, you know how we was going to do your birthday celebration, patron? She said, you're now monetized on YouTube again. She says, you got all of these subs. She's like, think about how crazy they will go with Super Chat when you're back on YouTube and you tell them it's your birthday celebration, right? Oh, yeah. And what happened? We had $100, $99, 50, probably $1,000 at night. Which I don't care, guys. If those subs want to give him every last penny they have that there's money, hey, more power to him, more power to them. But it's stupid that you pay $10 to be a patron and then you pay $1.99 because you want your name green in YouTube. Who cares if your name is green or white? Right, guys, right? Would anyone like to come up on the platform with me and speak? Anybody like to come up and talk? I can always stay on longer if I have someone to talk to. You know what I mean? Guys, I have to have a guest on my show. Maybe is there a corner in the room? Maybe Chrissy's here. Maybe Blair. Blair's here. We can go over letters from. Have you noticed in the past couple weeks there hasn't been any letters or emails from Chris Watts when he was contacted every day? Mm, seems a little fishy now, doesn't it? Also, guys, I've taken up smoking now too. By the way, they say it's really good for your blood pressure. That's what I've heard. If anyone would like to come up and chat with me on the panel, then I'm going to place the link in the chat. I think. Let me see how I can do this. Okay. Oh, you're in an ice storm too, Brooke? We're supposed to get an inch of ice here in Kentucky. Oh, yeah, you're in Tennessee, right? Yeah, you're getting hit by an ice storm too. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to let anybody come on the panel because for some reason I can't write. I don't know how to do this, guys. But anyway, guys, hello, Brooke. How are you? And I forgot to say hello to everyone too, by the way. So instead of saying you name my name, hello, everyone. And I don't know if my super chat is working. Disclaimer: it's not really for me. I'm doing a parody. It's me, Da Pork Slapper. Brooke says, we're in an ice storm warning and winter storm watch where I'm at here in Tennessee. They're making me nervous with all of these totals. Yes, we're supposed to get a 1 inch of ice where I'm located, and then 1 to 4 inches of snow. Comments and do a regular show. That's just a little bit of a parody of what's been going on over there in Cuckoo Land. Anybody got anything good to talk about? Can you unblock Sagacious Angel Braun, please? And thank you. She likes your channel. I don't believe she's blocked, JD. However, I can take a look and see if she is. I'll check into that, but I don't believe she is. Her name used to be something else, right? I'm not real sure. I'm sure it did. I just can't remember what her name was. Stephanie, I believe, right? But I will definitely check on that, and if she is blocked, I will unblock her. A lot of people were blocked from when all the drama happened. I'm sure you got buffering. I have no idea. If I'm buffering, I apologize. Uh, we do have a lot of ice on our power lines, and be why that's happening. Um, you're welcome, JD. Not a problem at all. Um, yeah, they have changed the totals here several times, Brooke. Been working a lot, a lot. I mean, I have time to come on in the evenings, but usually I'm so tired from work that I just don't even fool with it. I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube, but I've been seeing so much go on over there at that crazy channel that I've just had to at least come on and address the stuff that he's saying. Or NK's dad, or Anadarko. He's accusing Anadarko of paying DA Rourke off. He's making these accusations in a parody, but when I did my parody, I always doing a parody of DA Rourke, but he's making these accusations. He's even saying I'm cheating on my wife and having an affair with my secretary. And how he sent me and Lex Calia at the time cease and desist letters. It'd be hilarious if he got one. Oh, it would be hilarious. And by the way, he really is wanting to be called Armchair. Policy. Okay, Diane or JD, Diane, thank you, appreciate that. Ron, why can I only see my comment? Everyone blocked me. LOL. Um, Brooke says she sees you. I'm not sure, Hillary. Yeah, that's right, JD. I remember. I remember who she was. Uh, I'm, I don't know if I can get on. Let me look real quick. If I can get on the YouTube studio on my phone, I'll check. If not, I'll have to do it on my computer later. Looked like completely closing everything and then coming right back in. I don't know if that'll work, but it's worth a shot. Do it from my computer when I get off here, JD. But I promise you, I'll take care of it, and you can tell her I'll take care of it. Hello, Kelly. Good afternoon to you. How are you doing? Sorry about your Chiefs. I really thought that You know, they had a good team and was going to pull it off. But I tell you what, I know you're not a big fan of Tom Brady. I know that, but I'm telling you, he's pretty damn good. I mean, 7 championships when a lot of people don't even make it to one game. You know what I mean? Freezing ice and snow, -degrees. Yeah, Kelly, we're supposed to get an inch of ice here, and then 1 to 4 inches of snow, and then Sunday it's supposed to be in the -degrees here. Also, actual temperature, not wind chill. Actual temperature is supposed to be like 3 to 5 below 0. The wind chill is supposed to be even worse than that. So it's really nasty here. Yeah, Brooke. I don't see how he's doing that because he lost his super chat on his big channel. On his big channel. 80 here in Florida. Well, thanks a lot, Carolyn Brenner. Yeah, I seen that, Kelly, that your mom called him Mr. Deflatable. Uh, Snowing here in the UK. Love the snow. I like snow too. I don't like ice. You can't drive on ice, and that's what we're getting here is freezing rain. Um, I was getting ready to say something, and I forgot what I was going to say. Mhm. Forgot what I was going to say. Kelly says she'll be in Florida in July. She can't wait. Will you take me with you, Kelly? If it's a certain time, I'll be on shutdown at work and I can actually go. Hmm. Kelly, what keys can you push on your computer to something? You copy it and then you paste it to the thing. What keys can you push to paste something? Because my mouse won't let me do it. Do you know? I know there's like a couple of keys you can push. Brooke says she made the mistake of complaining about us not getting snow this year or last year. I told my sister a blizzard. I meant I just wanted to see snow. That's a good question, JD. I have no idea, and I don't think a lot of people does either. A lot of people aren't having a holiday just for the simple fact of the pandemic going on. Well, there sure is a lot of drama in the true crime community, isn't there? Control plus C. Yeah, I can get it copied, but I can't get it to paste because my mouse won't. Like I can hit copy because there's a button to copy it, but when I go to paste it, I can't paste it because I was going to drop the link in the room in case anybody wanted to come up and chat with me. So anyway, AD's gone from being a detective to doing parodies. Control plus V. Okay, let me see if that works. Nope, that didn't work, Kelly. Hmm. I seen that, Hillary. Hillary says, "What do you think about the two boys gone missing since December 21st?" My opinion on it is they were missing long before then. Uh, I believe that couple had just moved to that city, like California City, right? I believe the boys were missing before they even moved to that new city. I believe the reason that they came out on the 20th or the 21st, whatever day it was, and said the boys are missing or they went missing. I believe the reason that they did that is because it was coming upon Christmas time and holidays, and there was going to be so they had to come up with an excuse, and so they said, "Hey, the boys went missing." Yeah, exactly, Hillary. I don't believe they ever lived at the new address. I believe that they were gone before they moved to this new address, and they just had to come up with an excuse on that date. So when family members were asking to see the children at the holidays, they would say, they would have a reason why they couldn't see the two boys. It's really sad, really, really sad, terrible. Like why do uh, couples want to be like foster parents and stuff like that if other they don't really want to be because they didn't have to take those kids on if they were going to do something to them, you know what I mean? So why even volunteer or sign up to be a foster parent or whatever they were. I think it was foster parents, temporary custody parents, however, whatever you call them. Ah, it's Command V, uh, Kelly. There's the link if anybody wants to come up and chat. That's it right there. Just click on the link if you want to come up top. So my friend, best friend, real adopted parent. Yeah, I guess you're right. They adopted those boys, but there would still be like uh, family members that would want to see the boys at Christmas, right, or around the holidays. I think it had something to do, or even family members of the parents that might want to. Hello,
Hello, hello.
how are you?
Yeah, it's Stephanie. You have me blocked to get me unblocked, mate.
Well, how are you blocked if you're on here?
Because even people who are blocked who can see it can still come on if you allow. You don't have to allow. You can go, no, don't like you, piss off. But yeah, you can do that.
Okay, I was telling JD I can't find it on my YouTube studio on my phone.
I know, I
So
can't find it. Someone said on my channel, oh, I'm blocked, so I couldn't find it. I was looking for ages, couldn't find it. So yeah, I was confused with that as well. So what I did was I actually found their name. I actually looked them up on YouTube on the thingy, and I scrolled through because it's like, and then if you click on their channel thing or whatever, you can unblock from there. But I've never been able to do it from a list. I can never find a list, so I've had to
yeah,
do it individually if someone's asked me. So I wanted to tell you that.
yeah. As soon as my live's over, I'll take care of it. I just can't do it during my live.
Yeah.
I mean, if I could have done it from my phone, I would do it, but I will take care of it.
All right. How are you? How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
It's nice to see you back.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't come on much anymore because I was saying earlier, when I get off work, I'm just so tired. A lot of days I feel like coming on, and then when I get home, I'm like, God, I'm just too tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna do it.
But it's nice to see you back, and
Yeah.
it's nice, because there's a lot of people going, how is he? How is he? We haven't seen him for ages. How is he?
Yes, that's what people asking. So I'm glad people care about me on that.
They do. They still talk about you. Yeah.
I appreciate that, and then thanks everybody for checking on me. I'm doing good, just working a lot and just tired all the time. My job's very physical, so I stay wore out. But other than that, good. And then I was sick 3 times back in the fall. I was actually in the hospital 3 times.
Oh,
I did a couple of lives and talked about that, and they actually gave me the pneumonia vaccine, and I haven't been sick since. So hopefully that took care of it.
So what was you poorly with?
Well, they swore up and down I had COVID, but all they could say was it was pneumonia.
Oh, pneumonia. Okay, so it's like sometimes it starts with some virus and then it attacks. Yeah.
Yeah, this one was. I think they said was you know how like one's bacterial and one's viral.
Yes. So your bacterial will respond to antibiotics, but viral won't. Yeah.
Okay, so it must have been a viral because they said whichever one I had, the antibiotics wouldn't help it.
Right. Yeah.
But they did put me on steroids, prednisone, and then they gave me the pneumonia vaccine, which would take care of the viral one.
Yeah.
So they don't know if I had it 3 times or if I just had it one time and it never fully went away and then just relapsed on me. They don't know. So
Yeah. So what was your symptoms? Was it you couldn't breathe or?
yeah, I couldn't breathe. Couldn't breathe.
Yeah. So it's in the lungs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it came on me really quick, and then it cleared up really quick all 3 times.
Yeah.
All 3 times was exactly the same. I mean, I could not. It was so bad. I was so out of breath that I just going to the bathroom. I would be so wet.
It's a bit like Oh. Hello, Dixie.
I just go into the bathroom. I would be so wet.
It's a bit like Oh. Repeat.
I'll add you back. You'll have to turn your volume down.
Repeat. It's a bit like, when little babies, my granddaughter, when she was a tiny baby, she had bronchiolitis, and it's really severe. I mean, it's terrible. Like you could see her chest going in and out. It was really severe, but then it goes after a couple of days. It's so weird.
Yeah, same way with me. I would be so winded, and then a couple of days later, I'd be fine.
Yeah.
Are you there? Oh. Okay, I don't know what to do about that.
Okay, so she's got the YouTube up on another thing, so it's reverberating. Like I'm here now, and I have the chat on my phone.
Mm.
If I had my phone up, I've turned it off to mute. If I have it up, it would reverberate.
Yeah, that's the same way on me, because when you're on StreamYard, you know how you can push view on YouTube, and then if you don't mute it, it'll do the same thing.
Yes.
That's why a lot of times when I first started...
if she's got another device going, she needs to turn that right down.
Okay, let me. Hello, Dixie Chick. Yeah, she still got it. Going.
Yeah, so she's probably got another device on.
Yeah. Dixie Chick, if you can hear us, you have another device with YouTube running. You need to
mute
either turn it off or mute it. All right, AC, come on, B. I'm gonna put the link in again if anybody wants to come up.
Come up.
Come up and chat. Hello, Claire. Hello, Dixie Chick.
Can anyone hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay. I've got everything cut off
Okay.
except the phone.
All right. I can still.
Okay. I'll just go ahead and listen. I don't want to interrupt.
No, you're fine. What you got?
Go ahead, sagacious angel. Whatever you
Yeah,
were
hi.
saying. Yeah, hi. Hi. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay. Okay.
I'm doubly good, apparently.
You're what?
Yeah, we're doing everything twice.
Go ahead. I'm not trying. I don't
I'm
want to
just
interrupt
saying,
what y'all were talking about.
The echo is funny.
Okay. I have everything cut off. I'm just on the cell phone, and that's all. So you still hear an echo? I don't know what else to do.
Hello. Yeah, I still hear it. I'll tell you
What do I need to do?
Go out. Close everything. And come back in, and I'll bring you back in.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
All righty.
Oh, bless. It's really hard though, isn't it? Because like it could just be. It's just a technical thing, isn't it? It's not anyone's fault. It's just a technical thing. But echo, it did make me laugh. Yeah.
She could have tried headphones. I forgot to tell her that.
Oh yes, I've got earbuds now. I'm getting all technical. I've got earbuds.
Do you still have your channel?
Yeah, it's still going along. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Subscribers do you have now?
Pardon?
How many subscribers do you have?
Oh, not many. It hovers around 200, goes up and down around 200. But I have lovely people there. It doesn't really go up much more, but I have lovely people there. So, we catch up, we do a quiz, and we have a catch up, and that's about it, really.
You still watch Armchair Detective?
No, not since before Christmas. No, we've got over that one.
Yeah, he's
I
doing.
still like your parodies though.
He's doing parodies now.
He is.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've not watched him since before Christmas. I don't know.
That's why my title today said a parody of a parody.
Oh, I see.
He's D.A. Dork. I'm not kidding you. This is true.
Oh my gosh.
After he sent me a cease and desist letter.
Did he?
Yeah, about probably a year and a half ago.
What? From him to you? Oh my
God. I got it right here because I used it on the thing just now. Let me find it here. I'll read exactly what it says. It says that
he probably just read it up. He probably just printed it. It's not a real one. I bet it's not a real one. He just read it up.
It says, as a result of your harassment, I have suffered in the following ways: substantial harm to my business, substantial harm to my professional reputation, substantial harm to my personal character, emotional distress. I have suffered anxiety, panic, and ill health. It has caused me to feel stress and depression. I demand that you cease and desist from this activity immediately. If you fail to do so, I will be forced to take appropriate legal action against you and seek all available damages and remedies.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, what I think's funny is in my parodies, all I did was, say exactly like what he did in his live. He's actually suggesting that Rourke took a payoff from Anadarko. He's suggesting that NK's dad is a minister in the Wiccan religion, and that he also did a payoff. And he's saying that a senator is in on this. He takes a call from a senator. You really need to watch it because he accuses Rourke of having an affair on his wife and cheating with his secretary.
That was a copied, made up thing. Don't worry about that at all. I mean, it's just a ridiculous thing that someone's made up. That's not real.
I never took it serious, but it's funny that when somebody did a parody of him, he sent a cease and desist letter. But now that he does a parody, it's supposed to be funny. And these people in his chat are like, "Oh my God, you're hilarious! You're hilarious!" Blah blah blah. I'm like, it's not really that funny.
Yeah.
I think he's more funny than when he goes on one of his rants.
Oh yes, I mean, to be honest, like that did make me laugh when he gets really, really cross. When he gets really, really cross and ranty, that did make me laugh, to be honest.
Oh yeah, he's and he said that when he got his new channel that was monetized, he said he was not going to get upset anymore, because he didn't want to lose his monetization. But it's just there's someone else that knows someone that says it's a possibility it's part of a cover up. Are you talking about Larry Kelly? Larry, the legislator? Hello, Sarah. Yeah, it would be funny, truth be told, if he got his ass suit off, I think. And it could be possible. He's doing parodies of Anadarko and a district attorney, um, and making claims that there's nefarious activity that happened with this case. So it's actually like slander or libel. I can't remember which one it is. Whatever it is, where you basically tell stuff that's not true on somebody. And this being a large corporation and a district attorney, he could send him a letter in the mail, that'd be there right away. Yeah, I've seen that, Kelly. Kelly, you want to come up on the live? Do it. You don't have to use your video. Claire says slander is vocal and libel is written.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, libel is written.
Okay. It's slander then. He's slandering. D.A. Rourke. He says if he changes the name, it doesn't count. But if you know who you're doing it, and he'll actually slip up and say D.A. Rourke. I mean, so
it's like newspapers. If they do an article in a newspaper that's totally untrue about someone's character, they can sue them for libel because it's written. Yeah.
They usually have to print up a corrections paragraph. Usually.
Yeah, they'll put it on the front page, the libelous thing, and then they'll do a tiny apology on page 7. There's about a centimetre long, so you could hardly see it, but they've done it.
Yeah, the libel will be a whole front page story, and then the correction will just
it'll be a tiny. Yeah.
Hello, juror number 4. How are you? AD is a person I just would not get along with. I agree. Kelly says she can't. Sorry, she's actually with her sister. I drove her to physical therapy. She just had a hip replaced. Well, Kelly, it's all right. You can bring your sister up too. I'm just kidding. I understand.
Oh, bless you. That's a common thing now, isn't it? Hip replacements and knee replacements and stuff. It's quite common now, isn't it? But still, you've got a road to recovery, but then it's beneficial in the end.
Yeah, my mom, she's like 84 years old, and she broke her hip probably 2 years ago now. When they replaced her hip, they had her up walking the next day.
They do. They get them up so quick, and it must be really painful.
For her age, the doctor was really surprised. He said she done really well for someone her age. JD, I need therapy. Watching him, yes. Yeah, if he's doing a parody or something, I don't think it's funny at all. But when he goes on his rant, I find it hilarious. And then
that's the only thing I miss about AD is when he goes on his little rants, and it literally had me laughing like so much. I mean, I don't watch him anymore, but that's the only thing that actually made me laugh, was when he got really ranty and cross. And
that people will give super chat like you wouldn't believe when he does that.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable how much people. It's like they're like, "Oh, calm down, AD, calm down," and you know, okay, Dana, that.
Oh, well,
Who's she?
you don't want that, do you?
I don't know. It depends on what she's going to say. She didn't care for me too much there for a while.
Not much.
Yeah, there were a few people who didn't like me. You know what they say. There'll always be somebody that doesn't like you.
Oh, Brooke will come up. She's lovely, Brooke.
Well, Brooke, I'm going to stay on just to make
You
sure.
will love her. She's brilliant.
Oh, yeah, I've talked to her before. I've watched her
Yeah.
channel too. So I like Brooke a lot.
I'm just glad that she's well. She was poorly for so long, was
Mhm.
Brooke. I'm just glad that she sounds like she's feeling better now.
Mhm. Yes, that's always a good thing. Thank you, Dane. Dane. I actually knew that, but I wasn't thinking. So I understand. Hmm. How about the airline lost his luggage? Carolyn, that was hilarious. I've lost all my Under Armour, my trainers.
His posh perfume.
Oh my gosh!
Do you remember he said about his aftershave, whatever it was, perfume, and he said, it's whatever pounds a bottle.
Yeah. When he lost his luggage, it was hilarious. He's like, "What are people that they now? I don't know. Get a new hat. It's a friggin' hat." I want. Did he ever find his luggage? I can't remember if he did or not.
Oh, yes, he did. Yes. We did have the acknowledgement that he did find his luggage in the end after he'd
Yeah.
had about $500 super
Creed.
chat to replace it.
Juror number 4 said he Creed aftershave. That's what it was. He lost his Creed.
That's yes, it was. It was Creed. Yep, absolutely.
What I
No,
think
no cheaper for AD. No,
he
absolutely
wanted,
not.
in my opinion, he wanted people to buy this stuff for him. In my opinion, that's what I think. In my opinion, Jeannie said he ranted for a week over that. Yes, he did, and it was hilarious every time. And then,
Bloody, Braun, bloody women.
oh yeah,
I
bloody
have to
women.
say that while I'm here. Bloody
Well,
women.
you remember in the time when he was
Yes,
over in
it,
Malta and he
yes.
did
And these women came here, and these women are laughing and joking. And they're on holiday. Bloody
yeah,
women. Yeah.
at their own hotel.
Yes.
And
He's nicking the internet off. He wasn't even in his hotel.
yeah, he's like, I'm gonna have to wait till they leave.
Yeah. Bloody
But
women.
he also said, you know how women are with me. Oh my gosh, it was hilarious. And it was what was the girl's name? Something Peterson that sent him that Eagles hat. And he was tore up over that.
Oh gosh, I know.
Oh, I got bloody women.
I love that. I even thought to myself, right, I never get merchandise or anything like that, never, ever, ever from anything. But I even
Yeah.
thought I would like a mug with bloody women on it. I would actually probably purchase that.
Yeah.
Because I just think
Yeah.
it's brilliant.
The sister wives that make his merchandise, they should make one that says that bloody women. Truth be told, says he thinks women love him. They do. All women. You didn't be told. Well, if you're going to tell the truth here, you have to acknowledge that the women are crazy for him. Oh, and also, I don't know if any of you guys heard this, but he also is doing a channel where he actually does like relaxation. And I was listening to it the other night, and he had some kind of weird music playing. And he was like, "Please, are you relaxed?" I mean, he was talking all this weird stuff. And I'm not allowed to comment on any of his channels because I'm blocked. But somebody made a comment that said, "Boy, the trolls are going to have fun out of this one."
Yeah.
And I just thought to myself, yes, they are.
When he went around in them strange lights, do you remember that? When he was walking around in them strange lights, that was so weird.
That is the night after Frankie Rusak asked him to drop the case, and like he had those dog handlers on his show. And the reason I remember this is because people were worried about him when he posted that light video.
I was proper worried. I mean, I don't like him, but I was worried. I was like, oh my God, he's lost his mind.
Yes, and she
that
made
was super strange.
Dana Dane says she made a video just a few weeks ago demanding explanations, Braun, from you still about the white powder. Oh, yeah, the white powder. White powder could be anything. If you say white powder, it doesn't mean anything, right? I don't even remember having a video about white powder.
No, I don't. But I have to. While I'm here, I have to say, don't forget the Kundalini, because that made me laugh. The Kundalini. Oh, that made me laugh.
Wait, do you know? I didn't know this, but there is actually a religion called Kundalini.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought it was just something he was probably pronouncing wrong or something. And I was like, oh, the Kundalini.
The Kundalini.
The Kundalini Gaia. AD on crack, pissing myself laughing. I think that's what that means. Imagine, LOL. Brooke says she must not be a woman. I think Tiptoe was the strangest. Yes, a night walking through the lights. I still remember that. Me and Kelly even talked about that because that was the night after Frankie made the video asking him to stop. And he was complaining that it wasn't really them. And then when he found out it was, he said he was going to stop the clock himself. But before he did that, he did the walk through the lights, and then he came out with a video and said, "This is just to prove that people will watch anything I post." During number 4, we were on a group call, all going through this channel for links and emails. When we found it, first time I've seen any of us lost for words. JD says, "I'm the crystal girl." Brooke says, "I believe we're all blocked on this channel. I tell him to buy some new subs so I can get him off YouTube completely." He was off YouTube he said it was 2 weeks, but I went and actually looked. He was only off for a week because the last live he done before he went, it said posted 1 week ago. So that tells you he was only off for a week.
Yeah, I was just surprised that his second channel could be monetized, because I thought that if your first channel was demonetized through hate speech, I was so surprised that he could monetize a second one. Well, because it's still YouTube, it's still the same person, it's still YouTube. So I was really surprised that he could do that.
Well, Martin Dean, or Deanne, however you pronounce it, he has made a video, I think, or no, it wasn't. It might have been Grim the Reaper Cafe. I'm not sure. Somebody posted a video where they said that that's not actually his channel, it's somebody else's channel, and he's just taking control of it. And if that's the case, that would make sense. I'll be right back. I got to use the bathroom. I'll be back in like 3 minutes. So you talk for me, please.
Oh my gosh, he's let me loose. Hillary Jane, he's on off YouTube, then he's off, then comes back, then off again. I'm dizzy. Brooks channel, yes. If every woman loves Armchair, then I'm not a female. Claire, he shouldn't have been monetized. No, he shouldn't. Hillary, hi. Hi, darling. I'm just keeping the fort while Braun goes for a wee. It's nice to have Braun back in it. I think that's nice. I'm hoping he muted it. Oh, yes, I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will. He's back.
Oh yeah, I know what I was going to say earlier. I was watching a video on Maureen Cook's channel, the one that used to be like his head moderator, and I did mute it, Kelly. But there was like 4 of his ex mods. They had like a panel going, and they
Was
were
this
saying,
a while back? Sorry, or just
yeah, like
recently?
3 or
A
4
while
months.
back. Okay.
Yeah, they were saying that they mod for him, they're spanners, whatever he calls them. But not only that, he doesn't give them the link to Patreon. He makes them pay $10 a month for Patreon, and then come in and be a spanner for him.
Yeah, he made them pay and then moderate. It's unbelievable.
That doesn't. That's just happening right there.
Hey, Mo's in the house. Hello, Mo.
Oh, Maureen says I am watching. LOL.
That's our Maureen.
When you all said that, Maureen, I could not believe that he does that. I mean, I know he's low, but that's like low right there. I mean, but it shocked me, but at the same time, it didn't. You know what I mean? It's one of those. Jen says hello. I finally got a live one. Missed you, Braun. Love to all the way from Norway. Maureen says you won't get a penny out of him. That is the truth. Maureen, the whole reason I was doing this, I was doing what's called a parody of a parody. I don't know if you've watched him the last 2 or 3 days, but he's doing a parody of D.A. Rourke, calling himself D.A. Dork. And he's making a lot of accusations as D.A. Dork, being paid off in a Darko. And that could bring a lawsuit because that's slander, It's just my opinion. I don't know. But especially, doing a parody of a district attorney because they obviously have the means to send you a letter. I don't know if they could subpoena him or where he's in another country. I don't know. But I just thought that was crazy for him to do that parody. Well, Hillary Jane, it's to be honest with you, it to me, it's not really that funny. The only time I get any humor out of him is like weighing his luggage deal. That was pretty funny. Armchair Detective wasn't supposed to have that other channel at all. He was supposed to stay off completely, but he made that newer channel before I reported him for scam and had him taken down. Maybe we could all report him. Maureen says, I wish D.A. Rourke would do something about it. And he possibly could because he's making he even said, I'm having an affair with my secretary. He acts like, pretends like his wife calls him, and he's like, oh, I can't go out with you tonight because he'd made. Hillary says, let Brooke on, Braun. She said she would come on, and when she got home, when she's home, I'll let her on. Kelly says, that's incredible since he doesn't like parodies. With him out of the country, he's not concerned. Is he claiming these things under the parody? He's claiming them under the parody as D.A. Dork. But he's slipped up a couple times and actually called himself Rourke. But it's under the guise of parody. But he's making these, accusations. The thing about it cease and desist letter saying I was calling him all this stress and damage to his reputation and character when I was doing a parody of him, but yet he's doing a parody now, and it's okay. See what I'm saying? He is such a hypocrite. Terribly, terribly a hypocrite. He gets so damn mad about this Kim woman making money off the case. And he's been making money off this case for 2.5 years. I think he's just mad because it's money he's losing to her. That's what I think. I think he looks at it. But I'm not always right. There was that one time in 1982 I was wrong. People won't let me live that down. But anyways, Brooks says he's running out of content. Well, it's almost almost like he can recycle it now because he's got new people coming in all the time with people that's watched the Netflix documentary now and things, Brooke. So it's almost like he's got like a recycled supply. JD says, what a hypocrite. They're all about the money and not about the morals. I agree completely. You have to pay $10 for Patreon. You have to pay at least $1.99 to be a member of his channel. And then also the super chat. And every night when he comes on, he'll say, is my super chat working? He's just dropping the in. And if I start buffering, I apologize. We're having a pretty bad storm here right now. He's just raging that he. I hope I pronounced this right. Guernsey girl or Jersey girl. I'm not sure which. Gosh, it's a long time since I've been on here. Lovely to see everyone. Lovely to see you. A lot of people here tonight that hasn't been in a while. Kelly, she's usually not on anymore. Claire says he's mentioning it, so they will donate. Yes, I agree. Brooks said he's made $44,000 since the beginning of 2021. That's just from YouTube paying him for ads. I don't know. That seems like a lot, Brooke. I'm not saying it's wrong, but I don't know. He might have everything that he's doing, but I don't know, just for ads. YouTube don't pay you a lot for ads. They really don't. I can't find out how much he's made from Patreon. I've tried, but I will tell you what he's paid on YouTube. Yeah, he's got his he's got his number of patrons hidden. Does he use both channels? I don't watch it, but I seen he had a backup channel. What he's done, Kelly, is he says that he's simplified everything. He has Patreon, which is like Coke and YouTube's Diet Coke. He says things there that he can't say on YouTube. His main channel, the one that's got 60-something thousand subscribers, he's made that his library where he puts all his videos. That's what he says. He's made that his library. The reason he's done this, it's because his third channel which is called Armchair Detective Official Live Stream Video Channel, live stream channel, whatever it's called. It's something live stream channel. He's on live every night with it because he can get super chat and super stickers there. Yeah, Kelly, that's right. But he's back on.
Yeah, because his original channel was demonetized for hate speech.
Now, can you channel ever regain monetization after you lose it?
Well, not on that particular one. That's why I started another one. And I thought, and many others thought, that he couldn't monetize again even on a second channel because his first one was demonetized and it's the same person. But he has managed to do it.
Well,
So when he was when his first channel, his original one with the 60,000 subs that you say was demonetized, he'd not only lost adverts, he lost slooper chat, as we call slooper chat.
Yeah.
I know it's super chat, but forever slooper chat from AD himself. And also he had the green membership as well, so that was lost as well at that time.
Well, now if what that other channel made their video is correct, where they said that that's not really his channel, he's just using it, then that would make sense. If can't be monetized on another channel under his name, that would make sense if it's under somebody else's name, because he's now getting super chat, super stickers, and he's also getting memberships, which, to be honest with you, I don't care. If people want to give him every penny they have, that's up to him. It just aggravates me that it's not about money, this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm like. It is about money. Just say it's about money. This is what I do, That's the only thing that aggravates me. I don't care about anything else. If people want to give him every dime they have, that's on them. That's up to them. It's their money. They can give it to who they want. That's my opinion. But super chat knobhead, LOL. It's probably off somewhat, but I've checked Social Blade and 4 other channels. It shows how many views and what was made on videos. Okay. All right, bro. Claire says, Braun, if you've lost monetization, you can't get it back. It's being investigated. We think it's in someone else's name. Okay. And that would make sense that if you lose monetization, that you can't get it. Mo Girl's thumbs up. And Kelly says, I heard you could reapply for it after so many months, but would it have to be approved? But with all the strikes, etc., I doubt it would be. He even says himself that he gets many, 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 many complaints from viewers. I've reported him like 3 times this week. All right, I'm gonna put the link in again if anybody wants to come up and chat. Even if you've got a different opinion, come on up. Kelly's you couldn't get it back. I don't think mine.
Yeah, Brooke's getting stuff out of her car, but be right back. She says she might pop up though. Brooke said she might pop up in a bit.
Okay. Okay, I did put it. I don't know why I done that. Cheryl, hey, bro, and most everyone else, super busy right now, but if you're still on when I'm done, I'll be back. Good to see you again, bro. Good to see you, Cheryl. Thank you. Patreon, YouTube, and AdSense daily, too. I would say a lot of people do, to be honest with you. And I don't blame them. A lot of people take offense to the stuff he says. But like I said, if people want to give him every time, that's on them. That's stupid on them. A lot of them learn the hard way. There's a lot that have came out later on and said, "Oh, look, he done this and he done that." I asked him for some money back. He would give it to me. Blah blah blah. I don't know. I don't know about the truth of that. I'm not saying they're lying. I'm just saying I don't know. Yeah, Mo Girl says it's not the channel creator's fault if subscribers want to send their money. That is very true. It's just funny, I think I want my name in green. And then they'll pay the membership to get their name in green. And then they'll ask him, how come I have to pay for Patreon and this? Well, you wanted your name in green. I don't know. But you have a very good point, Mo Girl. I'm not disputing that whatsoever. It's on them. If they want to send every penny they got, more power to him, more power to them. I think they would the dynamic duo would be Rudy Giuliani, and AD. Oh my God, those two would be hilarious together. Hillary says, "I don't like his channel, but have to watch sometimes, so I get Braun." Yeah, that's like watching the the movies like Scary Movie. If you haven't seen the I might be buffering, guys. We're going through a pretty bad ice storm here right now, so I could be. I think if I get it to pull up and scamming gets me. Little girl says, "Am not a fan of his." Yes, you have to watch else, or else you don't get it. That's true.
Yeah, it's funny when they say I'm not a fan of his, but what I don't understand is why he has a lot of fans. Why? Like, I've asked this question like loads of times in a discussion. Like, I don't understand it. What do you think they see in him, Bron? What? Why is? Why? I don't get it. Because he's an idiot. He's a basic idiot. He lies, you know, and yet he has so many followers. Why? I don't get it.
And he lies about stuff that is so easily uh, can be proved false. It's me. Um, Brooke, to be honest with you, I don't know. I've always, I know StreamYards always suggests that you use headphones, so I don't know.
Brooke, you can without. It is better with headphones, but you can actually without as well. But then you'll hear your outside noise. So if you've got noises in the home, that might come up. But you can, if you're in a quiet house, you can. Headphones is better, but you can without.
Hmm.
Yeah, without headphones, you get background noise. That's right. Yeah.
Am I buffering, Sagage's Angel?
Yeah, you're buffing a little bit, but you keep coming back, so it's okay.
Okay.
Like you're back right now.
Yeah, I noticed it keeps like going dark in a circle of time for just a couple of seconds. Maybe it's just entertainment. Yeah, true. You know, I have noticed here lately in his lives that his subs and the people that are in his chat, a troll to them is anyone that disagrees with AD. If you ever notice, like he'll say, "Oh, I'm open for a debate with anyone," but yet if you just simply disagree with him, he accuses you of channel and you're banned. Entertainment it is, but not at a family's expense. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I definitely wouldn't pay for it. I'll tell you that. It's free, so I watch because I get my when I do my parodies, so I have to watch. And I also watch just to sit back and think, my God, this is just nuts. And I guess I'm probably pretty bored because I obviously watch it. And Claire says, without headphones, you get background noise.
Yeah, you do. But if you're in a quiet room, then you're good. You can do it without headphones. They are better, but you can still come up without headphones.
Yeah, I don't use headphones, but there's nobody here with me, so.
Yeah, so if it's quiet around you, if you're in a quiet room, it's fine.
Yeah, I've got the TV's on, but it's on mute. So, well, actually, that's not even on anything right now. Karen says, hello, hi from across the pond. Long time no see. X. Hello. I'm going to mute it for just a second because my daughter's calling. I'll be right back.
Okay, Callis Living Life says, I would rather him be on YouTube than Lana or KK any day. I wish people would go after them. JD, no wonder there are so many anti-AD channels. Everyone that sees his manipulation is blocked because he doesn't want the truth out there. Claire says their turn is coming. Hillary, I'm blocked. Well, most people are blocked. Anyone with an ounce of sense or half a brain is probably blocked on AD's channel.
Okay, sorry about that. My daughter called. Needs a backpack for school. They've been in school like virtual, doing it Zoom, actually for quite a while now, and they're actually going back to in-person school next Tuesday. Kelly says, I would rather him be on YouTube than Lana or KK any day. I wish people would go after them. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. And this is and I hope so. I heard they have a GoFundMe to get them to Colorado for this 35C thing. KK and Lana and Jay for justice. Claire, everything is done Zoom now. If you have a doctor's appointment, it's done Zoom. If you go to court, it's done on Zoom. Everything is done. In a way, this pandemic has shown, well, you don't even have to travel anymore if you've got the internet. You can do everything on Zoom. But a lot of people are wanting Chris to get his 35C simply so all the information could come out in a trial. Now, if you believe what AD says that he's scared to death to go back to Weld County because of other people involved, and his life's been threatened, and his family's life's been threatened, and that he won't file this 35C because he doesn't want to go back to Weld County. So I guess time will tell. Time will always tell us. There's thousands of others. Can you imagine if everyone was unblocked, the internet would go down? His channel would go down for sure. And Claire says he can't get a 35C. There has to be new forensics. Is it forensics or just new evidence?
New evidence, yeah. I don't think there'll be a 35C at all. And it has to be completely new evidence. And I just can't see it myself.
You don't think you'll get the 35C?
No, not at all. No.
I don't either. Not You know what I mean? I could see that happening, but it would be something that we don't know. Roberta Armour says, "Hi everyone. The silly old goat is now reading the discovery." Let me get my remote and turn him on. Put him on mute. See what he's doing.
Kelly says, Claire, that's silly because they are in contact with an attorney, and I have the screenshot showing the letter that's being sent to the attorney that's going to be helping him.
AD reads the Watts Discovery Files, the definitive guide. So he's apparently reading the discovery now. Oh, I agree. He's exactly where he deserves to be. And Kelly says it's not new evidence; it's violation of ineffective counsel. That's what they are filing under. And it was said that um,
You're breaking up a bit, Bron. You're breaking up.
from bad. Yeah, I'm buffering. What I was saying was, somebody said in one of their videos that they made, and like I said, you never know if this is right or what, but they said that they offered, how the judge asked him if he wanted to say anything. Well, he said that his lawyers told him that he wasn't allowed to speak, even though the judge offered him the opportunity. So who knows? Sorry for being so late to the party because I am so repulsed by his voice. I just don't even listen to him. He is an absolutely complete mess. Bron, your parody of him is so much like him. His he's been doing the past 3 or 4 days is just crazy. Me go out and come back in, Kelly?
I think she means Brooke. I think Brooke's trying to come up.
Oh, okay.
Does she mean Brooke, maybe? I think Brooke is saying that a phone's a bit too lally. So I think.
Hello? Yeah, still there.
Is that Brooke?
No, that's Dixie.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead. That's still echo. Do you have headphones?
Not that I know where they are, to be honest.
Okay.
I do, but it's just a headset for the phone. Am I echoing still?
No, you're not. But when I or sagacious something, it's echo. But you're not.
Okay.
Kelly,
Okay, because yeah, you're kind of cutting out a little bit, so
I'm having connection.
And I've got my phone turned all the way up, so I'm trying to figure out what I need to do. To be honest.
Okay.
Turn your phone down.
Turn the volume down.
Yeah,
is that what you're saying?
Volume down.
On your phone.
Well, I can barely, let's see, let me, oh, shoot. I don't know what I've done.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're echoing.
Hey, Brooke.
Am I really?
Yes.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, I don't know if y'all can hear me now.
Yeah, we can hear you
We
fine.
can hear you fine.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I just noticed Brooke. Brooke just came up. So.
If someone else wants to speak, we all mute. How about that?
Oh, okay. I'm a
Why is
little hard of
everybody
hearing, and
echoing?
I'm just trying to hear through my phone with turning it down. So, am I not echoing anymore?
No, you're not echoing.
at all.
Okay. Okay. Well, I
Am
like I
I?
said, I just noticed that Brooke came on, so I'm just gonna go ahead and listen
Okay.
to what y'all were saying.
Well, I'm not
Well, I
saying
think
anything until I know I'm not echoing.
if we mute and let one speak at a time, it'll be okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay. It's
Okay,
up
wait
to
a minute.
Ron. It's
Let me
his
make sure I
channel,
got everything
and
set up. I'll be
I'm
right
gonna
back.
let him handle it the way he wants to handle it.
Oh, whoever wants to talk, go ahead.
Okay. Well, you know that what I have to say to you and what we have to talk about is kind of a little bit extended, and we kind of need to go back to the beginning. I don't want to go back that far. But I do want to clear up some misconceptions and things, um, because I've been portrayed to be somebody I'm not.
Okay.
And I think it goes both ways. I think that there's been things said about you and me, both, that don't describe who we really are.
Okay.
So that's what I wanted to actually talk to you about. And what was said, I don't, like I said, I don't want to go into it if I can't really explain and describe, my end, and let you say your, what you have to say, because there's so much taken out of context. And obviously, I've been called out for saying, uh, people saying that, oh, they know who I am. I'm Jazz, and this, that, and the other. And I'm not. I've never tried to hide who I am. I mean, that's pretty obvious. I've stayed under the same account.
Right.
My whole reason for changing my name was because, I took down all my videos, um, to get away from all that. And there was a couple of reasons why I did that. I mean, one was the Jazz Stupider thing that came out, on your Facebook thing, and that was very hurtful to me. So,
Well,
I mean, it's no big deal. I mean, people change their channel name. It's not a big issue, but obviously, it is on YouTube.
just let me say this. The Jazz Skipper thing, I did that on YouTube. Facebook. And then after
Can you mute just for a minute while Brom speaks, please?
Yeah. Well, I'm
Yeah, you
brand
don't
new
have
to
to go
this,
off.
hun. So, but I'm
Just
looking.
mute,
I'll look at
darling.
my
Stop the
phone.
echo. Stop the echo.
Let's see. I see mic cam.
Yeah, you'll see a mute on the mic, or click on the mic.
Okay, I'm gonna click on the mic. I'll do that. Hold on. Work.
That's it, bro. You can speak now without echoing. I think. Oh, no, mute again.
Okay. Okay. Is that working?
Yeah.
You did. You muted, but you've got to do it again.
Okay.
Let me ask you
That's
this.
it. Right, there you go. You can talk without echoing now.
Let me ask you this, Dixie Chick. This might be what the problem is. You're on StreamYards on here, right? You have to take it off mute to answer. Well, I know if you can hear me, what might be the problem? You're on here on StreamYard. If you also have YouTube open on your phone, that might be why it's echoing. So leave StreamYard open and stay on here and close YouTube if you have YouTube open. That's what Kelly says. It says Dixie Chick needs to close YouTube. So if you can leave StreamYard open so you can stay on here and then close YouTube on your phone. Am I still echoing, Kelly?
No, when we're muted, you're not echoing. But when Dixie unmutes, then it echoes.
Okay. See, I have a YouTube tab open, but I have it muted. So, hello, Ange. Okay, so just to let everybody know, Dixie Chick was speaking there a minute ago, and she says, she wants to clear up some things. Her channel used to be Jazz Jupiter. She says, but she didn't change it because of any of this, and it's not a big deal for people to change their channels. And I agree with that. I really do. A lot of people change their channel names. I never said I don't believe that you changed your channel name over everything that happened. Somebody said in the chat earlier, and I just didn't put two and two together. They said that you used to be Jazz Jupiter. That's what they were telling me. And I just hadn't put two and two together that, it's the same channel, which it doesn't bother me if it's Dixie Chick or Jazz Jupiter. But just let me say, the Jazz Jupiter parody that I done that on YouTube, not on Facebook. And a couple days later, I deleted it because I shouldn't have done that. I felt bad about it. But I done it was because the videos you were making and the thing that bothered me, I didn't care that you said about me. But when my dog was brought into it, is when I
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and that's one of the main things that I wanted to address is I would never attack anyone's child, and I know that if you go back and listen to my videos, and I still have them. I mean, obviously they weren't taken down by YouTube. I still have them. They're just set to private. I would never attack someone's child or any of their family members. And that's what was being, said. Only thing I said was things that were being said on your end, and I made the comments that I didn't feel it was safe if you were getting death threats and people, going to kick your door in, and the things that some of these mods were doing to you. And I sort of feel like I did kind of get classified in with what the mods had done to you. And I wasn't a mod, and I had no part in that. I didn't know what was going on at that time. But the things that was happening to you or whatever's going on, I was kind of classified in with this group of people, and I had nothing to do with that. And so what I was saying is that, if that's what was going on, if you were receiving these death threats and that you'd received a white powdery substance in the mail and stuff like that, and your daughter was there, that wasn't a safe place. Now, I obviously was more, PO'd at that time, uh, and defensive, to defend myself, but I didn't feel that was a safe environment for a child. I mean, and obviously anybody else wouldn't feel. I can't see how anybody would feel that the same way, that a child would be in a protective environment if these threats were going down. Though, those were the type things that I was saying about your children or your daughter, but you kept on and on and on, as if I was wishing harm and things upon your children. And that's never what I intended to do. I mean, I would never attack people's children or even their grown adult family members. I was I was trying to put you in a place where I felt like you were putting me in a situation, and I was trying to use, like, repeat things to you, like, how would you like it if this was happening to your child, your daughter? Or how would you like it if this happened to your mom or your sister or your, whoever your loved one was? Because there was things that you were doing on the other end or people were doing for you. I'm not really sure, but that was very hurtful to me. But I never wished harm upon any member of your family because they're not responsible for what you do. Just like my family's not responsible for what I do at all. And I wouldn't like anybody attacking them. So it just seemed like it became the main focus was that I was always bringing your daughter into it as if I wished harm upon your daughter, and I would never ever do that. And I'm sorry that it came across that way, but I never meant for it to come across that way. And I'm just saying, and I still will stand by what I said. Um, if I was sitting here and I had children in my home and I was getting death threats and the things that you were saying in some of your lives, I mean, I wouldn't feel safe having my children here. And I live in a very safe town, in Alabama. I mean, it's obvious it's out there now, Coleman, Alabama. It's where I live. And, my mother was murdered in broad daylight, so that doesn't protect anyone. Who would ever thought, like we have one murder every 2-3 years here. So I just, I wanted to make that clear, that because that was just something that you kept bringing up, bringing up your daughter, and I was just trying to say, um, I wouldn't have children around if that's what was going on. And what I really was hurt about is that you said that I had contacted your ex-wife, and I never contacted your ex-wife or anybody in your life. I never contacted you outside of YouTube. Everything I said was, made public. Like there's nothing that went on behind closed doors between you and I or anything I had to say. And I had a lot of, obviously, I mean, I had, threats to have my throat sliced on my front porch, and all these things were going on. And I know you can't control uh, everything that your subs say, but you can certainly come on and say that you don't, you know, you, you don't stand behind that kind of threats uh, to a woman who lives on her own and who is disabled. And whether we want to go in, I I can go into my medical, but I don't, I don't even want to go there, to be honest with you. But I can tell you that I'm not lying about it, and I can prove that. But I haven't talked with you in any way at all for like a year, and then you go on another channel and you told this woman some horrible, some pretty bad things about me, and then she come out and
Wait a
done
minute.
another video.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. When did this all happen?
What initially happened between
I
Bron
mean,
and
I
I?
must have lost a lot of time
It
watching your
happened
videos
over
for
a year
years.
ago. Initially, it happened over a year ago, and we had no contact for more than a year. And then he went on a channel called Bam Bam's World. I don't know, a month or so ago, Bron. Uh, so everything I had said and everything that went on between us was gone, dissolved. I stopped. I took down all my videos. That's why that was the reason I changed my name, my YouTube name. It's not a secret. I said it in one of my videos that I was going to change my name, uh, and just start over.
But why
And
did you
then,
have to
like I said,
change your
over a year
name?
later, he goes on another channel and says all of these things, that I had contacted members of his family, his job, his his landlord, his all these people, and that's not true. No police reports have ever been filed against me because I've never contacted him nor any members of his family. I never would do that. I don't stoop that low. I'm not that kind of person. I never have been, never will be.
Well, hang
So
on.
it's very hurtful to me.
When I went on, you'll have to mute, sir.
And hey, Brian, look, let me just tell you, look, I'm gonna send you that link. You won't believe. I just found it. Just ran across it by accident the other day. It's horrible what she said about. I don't even know who she's talking about, but it's horrible. And I thought, oh my God, I don't even think Braun is aware of this,
But this
because if he
happened a year ago,
was, he
right?
would never have talked to her.
Okay.
Okay, so I just quit talking so that because I was letting. I'm not sure who it was. I guess it's Brooke that's talking.
The only thing is when somebody else talks, can you just mute? Because it's echoing our back.
Okay, I'm echoing.
You'll have to mute your mic because it's echoing.
Okay, I don't know what else to do. I've cut my phone just like halfway down. I'm
How you muted them?
dead silence in my apartment, so I'm just.
Do you have any extra YouTube tabs up in the background or anything?
Um, Not. I don't think so. I can go back.
Fix it. If you just mute
I've never
again,
done
then
this before, so I don't know. I'm not really sure what to do.
Well, all
I
I'm
thought I
saying
had
is
everything. I
that
did
if
cut
you
off
just
my
mute
YouTube that
again,
was running on my TV and stuff.
yeah, if you
it's
mute
So the only
again, then
thing.
the others can speak.
pa-
Okay, Dixie Chick, I muted you just for a second, and it's only just till we speak. And after we speak, I'll take it back off because that's what we'll have to do to stop the echoing. When Bam's channel, she wanted the story of what happened with I Have a Problem, because I Have a Problem had done the same thing basically she had done to everybody else. She would attack them the same way she attacked me. The only thing I said about my child is my child is the right to talk about my child. What aggravated me is when other people was talking about my child. Now, I never, that I can remember, ever said that you had contacted my ex-wife. I know who contacted my ex-wife. It was I Have a Problem, and then there was one other person. It was you. But I don't think that I ever mentioned your name.
I think there's a lot of miscommunication here. I think she's confused. I wasn't there, so I'm just giving my 2 cents. I don't even go to Bam Bam's World's channel, so I missed that. But I don't know Braun's side of the story either, so I'm just gonna shut up. And you're muted, Dixie.
Right here. Okay, let me unmute her. Okay, Dixie.
So I just read the chat. So what did that say? Hold on. Oh, Braun said he said somebody had contacted his ex.
Okay.
But what's
Am I unmuted?
with anything?
Because it wasn't me.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Did somebody
Look,
say it was?
Yes. Yes, Braun did.
Okay.
And Braun,
well, maybe
you know that
he
that's
was misinformed.
okay. And that's why I came on this try to come on this panel, is because I wanted to be the bigger person and come on here, because I know when I'm telling the truth and I have nothing to hide, nobody can call out on something that I didn't do.
But where
And
are you getting the idea
I'm
that
telling
Ron
you
said it?
straight up, I don't attack people's children and say horrible things about them.
Well, I would hope nobody would.
Well, Bam Bam did, and that's the channel that Braun went on, and I sent him a comment on his last video right before he started this live, to let him know that I was going to send him a link and let him know how Bam Bam had attacked. I don't know who it was. I was stunned. I don't even know the woman, to be honest with you. I'd never heard of her till he went on her channel. And this is when all this information, I don't know what was told to her, Braun. I wasn't there, obviously. But I know that she made a video about me, and of course, said that I had no health issues. She was 100% sure she was going to send the FBI, kick my door in.
Damn.
I mean,
Oh, sorry.
look, hey, I can record it and make a video of it. But this whole thing with my health issues, and whether I'm terminal, whether I've got this going on, or whether I'm whatever.
Okay, and we're not here to judge you. We understand.
I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying.
Do you have a YouTube channel?
No, I don't have a. I don't have a
well,
channel.
let me just explain to you something. About the same time Braun came to YouTube, and by the time I found him, there was a lot of stuff going on YouTube. We were all new to YouTube over true crime, and there was a lot of things being said, and a lot of things that didn't make sense. There were people turning against one another. There were people lying on each other. There were people talking shit about me for no reason. There's people that talk shit about everybody, and I understand why you would be upset, but for one, I'm a little confused why just now this is coming up. It's been a year. For two, we all have had something said about us that we did not appreciate on YouTube. It's how YouTube works. Is it sad? Yes, it is. What are we teaching our kids here? If we get on here and argue and complain or bitch, we're not, or bully. There's adults bullying people everywhere on here. And what if our kids were to see us doing that? It's going to teach them it's okay. So I kind of had to step away from the YouTube situation for a while and take myself out of it and not say anything for a while, and just stay behind the scenes and try to help the Rusiks the best that I could while being quiet, because there were so many people talking shit. Brian already knows this. But what I'm saying is where is this coming from? Like, did he say something in this live that struck your nerve and you got upset? Or did you just say that he was live and thought I think I'll jump on this live and
over a
talk
year.
about this publicly.
Would I would like, I mean, because this is something that only me and Braun are aware of. And let's just be honest with each other, Braun. I will stand up for what I've done and what I've said, and I would hope that you will be man enough to do the same. It's been over a year. You didn't hear a word from me, and you went on Bam Bam's channel, and you know what was said, and that's how this all came about again, and that's where this all started from. It didn't start from this live tonight. And
Okay,
all I'm
that's
asking you to
cool.
do is be honest, and I'll be honest.
I
I'll
don't.
give you 100% the truth. You be honest with me and them, and I will be honest with them. I have
this is
nothing to hide. People already know everything because I put it all out there. I don't hide nothing. I have nothing to hide. I don't care. I don't care. Okay?
okay.
But
That's
I'm
cool.
telling you the truth, and this is between me and Braun.
Okay.
Ron knows what I'm talking about. He like he knows me and I know him as far as what we are discussing and what I'm trying to resolve. I didn't come on here to argue. I didn't come on here to fight. I didn't come on here. I'm coming on here to try to um, get the situation resolved because I don't want to make him feel hurt that I have attacked his daughter or his children, his family, or anybody at all. And he knows that I have not ever done that. I have never reached out to them, and he knows that because if you go file police reports, you have to know the person who has done that. That will never exist because it's never happened, and he knows that. And
Okay.
I would hope that he would just say that and say that he knows for a fact. Because if you go to police and you report these people, they can trace your IP address. I have
I
nothing to
understand.
hide whatsoever. And that's all I'm
But
asking.
we can't sit here and say, for example, that if I say something that Brian is going to take responsibility for something I say for my opinion. He's not. I don't know what happened between Bam Bam, you, and whoever or whatever, because I wasn't there. And no disrespect towards anybody in the situation. But this is the issue. When we come on these lives and we start talking to one another, especially about things that are happening behind the scenes, even a year in the past, or if it's going on now, when you put it on a public platform like this, especially out of left field and nobody even knows it's coming or sees it coming, um, I don't understand why you would do that. Like, why would you not try this behind the scenes privately? This is a private conversation between you and Brian.
Because when someone is when they're coming online and doing all these live chats and saying that all these people are contacting, their landlords, their employer, uh, their ex-wife, all their family members, and it's not me. I, I've never contacted anyone. If
Okay.
I want to say something, I made videos. That was the only way that I
Ron
could.
just said earlier that clearly that it wasn't you that contacted family members.
Yeah, I don't. I have never, that I can remember, Dixie Chick, ever said that it was you that contacted my ex-wife or any of that. I know who done that. It was actually two people, and you wasn't one of them. Um, and I've only muted your mic so it's not echoing. It's not to silence you or anything like that. But I don't remember saying anything about you on the live I went on with Bam. She had asked me to come on and talk about what happened a year ago with I Have a Problem. And that's all that whole live was about. It had absolutely nothing to do with you. And I have never filed a police report on you whatsoever. So I don't know where that's coming from. Like I said, the only time I, um, lashed back out against you is when I felt like, and it maybe I was wrong. I don't know, but it's just like if somebody can say anything they want to say about me. But when somebody brings my daughter up, it gets under my skin. And the only reason I say this is people say, well, you have talked about your daughter on my. But the thing about it is with that, she's my daughter. I have the right to talk about her. It's when other people talk about her. That's what I said was is and we how about we just do this? I know it wasn't you, and I've never filed a police report against you. And what I talked about on BAM's live wasn't about you. So and I haven't said anything to or about you in over a year that I thought of. And you said you just wanted to clear this up. So I mean, if you want to clear it up, I will stop and never, say anything ever about you again.
But I feel like
Good.
and I'm not trying to be ugly, but I feel like that in a certain way, Dixie chick, you kind of, it's not, I don't know what happened here, but you kind of owe him an apology in a way, because you just came up on here on his panel and you just were like, throwing all this out there out of nowhere. Like we were talking about all kinds
I
of different things, and here you come.
No, is this Brooke that I'm talking to?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I just want to make sure, because I got the phone at my ear and I'm not seeing anything that's going on. Oh no, I didn't just pop up here and just bring this up out of nowhere. I had contacted Ron right before his live, and I've also I also made several I don't know what you call them, I guess comments during the live, and I said, if you want to reschedule and if you want to talk about it, so we can, you know
I understand
if we
that.
can talk about it and like one on one or whatever, and wait till another time,
But
if that's more
this is
convenient.
a
I
touchy
have made
subject.
several comments stating that, and that if he didn't want me to come on, that was fine. And he kept putting the link in there, and I was there before, and I turned off everything, and I done everything that was asked of me.
Okay. Well,
So
I'm not
no, I
gonna
didn't just come on here and bombard.
Okay, I'm
And I
sorry.
thought I made that clear in my
I'm trying to
comments,
be nice, and it's about to make me
and I
mad,
am
okay?
too. I did not come on here and
Because I
bombard and
feel
just
like
take
you're
over his live.
talking
I
to
made
him
that clear to
without,
him.
you're disrespecting him. By doing this,
Okay, if
it's
I'm
not okay.
disrespecting him, then I'll go ahead and leave the chat.
But I want you to know we're not here, and we're not upset with you. But I do feel like this could have been okay or not by, sorry, Brian. But I feel like that could have been dealt with a little differently.
Well, and there's people in the room that's even saying it, but I don't think I ever said it was her that contacted my ex-wife. I never was under the impression that she did. Um, so I don't know. And when I went on Bam's live, it was what had happened was she had I don't you all remember Little Bilby. She
I
went
do.
another name it back then, something heaven, kind heaven, I believe. But she had contacted me and asked me if I wanted to come on. That she had that Bam had some problems with. I have a problem, and asked me if I wanted to come on there and go over, what had happened with Iva, and that's all it was. It was all about going over Iva. I mean, if she assumes that I was talking about her, I can tell her right now that I wasn't talking about her. And if she wants to just, clear it up and let everything go, I'm fine with that. Let's just let that be.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just saying, and I'm okay and you're okay. But what I'm saying is people can't People can't just do that though. Like, you can't just come up here and talk about something that happened, even if it didn't happen the way she said it happened. I don't know. Um, you just don't come up on a live midway and then start talking about all these things that not everybody knows about. Like, other people are going to watch and be like, huh, where did she come from? And it was just like, you could not get a word in, and she just wasn't going to stop. It was like she had to tell you how bad you made her feel, although you didn't do anything. And I'm sitting here like, what is this? What is this? It's just amazing to me.
And
I
if
was trying
she
to be
left a
nice
comment,
though. I really was.
she said she left a comment. I didn't see the comment. I you know people in the chat, they know what happened.
Yeah, I've been reading the chat some.
So, I mean, I
So I
did.
kind of got a little, I kind of seen some of the things they were saying, and that's kind of why I spoke up too, because I seen some of the things they were saying. I was like, wait a minute, and then I got upset. But yeah, I've seen some of the comments. I don't know. I just don't get why people have to do the things they do. YouTube has gotten out of control. I've never seen such. I mean, these are full grown adults in the world, and I don't know if they're sitting on their ass eating some Cheetos and sitting here doing nothing besides stalking the world. I don't know what they're doing, but they need to get up and do something else besides harass you or creators or say bad things about other people. Like, can we not spread some positivity without somebody getting upset about something that happened 1 year ago about a different channel? And then, if it wasn't already bad enough, she had to bring your child into it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's been a year ago. I mean, I don't know. I'm just over it.
But she wanted to act to you and me and Sagacious that she wanted to act like she was being brave and coming up here and speaking her piece. And I was thinking, oh, that ain't a good idea. This is YouTube. The whole world's listening. You never know what's going to happen if you do this. You should have done this privately. This is what I was thinking while she was talking, but I was just trying to be nice and not say anything. But she just kept going after you. And I was like, damn, this is unreal.
Yeah, and believe me, I'm not taking up for her or anything like that, but I believe she has health problems. And
Oh, we all do.
right, yeah, I mean, yeah, I do too, but I'm just saying that I don't want to, go after her, because if she
Oh,
does,
no. I don't mean anything like that. I
and
don't
I
mean
don't feel like
harm.
you're going after her either. I'm just, speaking from my point of view is I don't want to go after her. I mean, I'm fine with just leaving things alone. And if she thinks that I was referring to her on Bam's Live, I'm sorry, but I wasn't. I wasn't talking. And Kelly says, I'm going to let it go, but I will say she is not innocent, and she did bring your daughter into this. I have screen recordings. I think she should go back and listen to her own videos. And like I said, it's just like if you were talking about your child, right? And then
Yeah.
I said something about your child. That's a whole different ballgame.
Yes, it is.
The
And
right.
and because I'm that type of person that is like that, and I'm sure you are, and everybody else is too. I guess that's why I got so I guess so obsessed almost with the whole YouTube situation when that stupid Chris Watts killed his whole family. And when I figured out how horrible it was on here when that whole thing was unfolding, I was like, wow, I cannot believe that there's all of these lives on here, and that my child could possibly be on here listening to these things and talking to these people. Like, you don't know what your kids are doing on here. So I just couldn't believe how ridiculous people were being online that were talking to the Rusiks on top of it, or anybody as a victim. So I don't want to sit here and say, hey, she's some kind of name. I'm not going to go after her or anything. What I'm saying is this, is that she should have found a different time to do that. One. For two, she shouldn't have posted stuff on her YouTube channel or whatever she did and brought it up in the first place.
Yeah.
And if she was going to say anything to you, she should have tried that prior to making a video about you and then seeing where things went. But then instead of doing that, she just does some videos and then randomly pops up a year later.
Did you watch her videos by any chance?
I didn't. I just read some of the comments. But wait a minute, I might have. Is she, wait a minute, who is she?
She was Jazz Jupiter.
Oh, that's who that is?
Yes, she was.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Jan says hi to all and night night. Hello, Jan, and good night. Thank you, Jan, for dropping in.
Oh, I'm sorry if I didn't say hey, everybody.
And Ann says, unfortunately, Dixie thinks a lot of comments and videos were directed at her, but that was not the truth. People should not insert themselves into trouble and agitate
Exactly.
the situation. And Kelly says, thank you, Brooke, for speaking up just now. You were correct.
No problem. Well, I'm just the type of person that you'll have to understand this. I'm just straight up. That's all. I deal with no bullshit. I'll take it for a minute, and I'm sorry I'm cussing right now.
Well,
But
that's
I'll
all.
take it for a minute, and I'll see where she's going, or whoever, is talking to me is going with whatever they're going to tell me. But I'm also the type of person that if it sounds weird or if it sounds off or something's weird about it, I'm like, wait a minute. What are you talking about? Like, and I try to get them to explain to me what's going on. That
People,
way I can see what the deal is.
people in the chat that watched when I was on Bam Bam's Live, I hate to be like AD, but if I mentioned Dixie Chick, press 1. If I didn't, press 2. Because I don't remember bringing her up. I just don't.
I don't think I've ever heard of. I'll be honest with you. The other name you said, I really don't remember that one. It sounded like it kind of sounded
Well,
familiar for a minute, but I don't know who she is.
she had made a lot of.
I remember there was somebody who made some videos about you, but you know what I mean though. Like when you're on YouTube, no matter if you do something so simple as uploading a video of you helping a turtle and releasing it back into the wild, there's going to be some jackass out there that's going to be like F you and give you a dislike or cuss you out or hate you or whatever. And that's going to happen. You know what I mean? And they're going to start drama 24/7. That's just part of being a YouTube creator. I had to find that out the hard way. So, I'm thinking maybe that she is taking her, well, she kind of almost sounds guilty in a way. She's begging you to understand and listen to her and repeat herself. It's almost like she's begging you to forgive her. And she just wasn't going to have it unless you forgave her. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Are you talking about me?
Yes.
No, I'm
Oh,
talking about Ange. Are you talking about me bringing Bam Bam up, or what? Or
bring Bam Bam into this. She is now saying is not true. I'm not on Bam's channel. We're not trying to be disrespectful. I don't even know who that is. I think I've heard of Bam Bam before. I don't think I've ever really been in the channel. We won't say that word anymore or the name anymore. And sorry.
yeah, I mean, I was just saying that that's what I was meaning, that that live wasn't about her. It was about I have a problem.
And I've heard a lot about I have a problem. A lot. So, I can only imagine at the
Have you
time
watched
what you were. Huh?
Have you watched Iva's videos?
A few of them, yes.
She's creative.
Well, I don't even care if she gets mad about this, really. And she'll probably hear this. But there for a while, she was on a channel that I was modding for. And she never really spoke to me at all. She would kind of say hi to everybody else in the chat and that's fine. You don't have to talk to me and chat. And I never really tried to either. I never was like, "Hey, girl, what's up?" So it was kind of my fault too. But she didn't acknowledge me. I didn't acknowledge her. But she would talk and be friendly. I noticed to a lot of different people, and it just act like I'm not even in the chat. So I kind of got a feeling that something wasn't right right off the bat, and I kind of just felt like I should keep my distance, and I did. And then another person that's a creator on YouTube, she had something going on with her and liked her, and I was like, okay, well, that's fine, it's your channel. If you like her, then okay, whatever. I said, just be careful. That's all I told her, was be careful. And um you're I'll be honest with you. Yeah, she's got things going on that I believe probably shouldn't be publicized on YouTube by doing videos, no matter if she's talking about the issue she's going through or if she's just trying to be funny or whatever she's doing. She should probably wait until her life gets under control before trying to upload videos and getting involved a little too deep with certain things on YouTube. So, as far as she's, crazy, yeah, kinda.
Yeah. Well, some people say, and I don't know if this is true or not, but some people say that she makes videos when she's intoxicated,
Mm-hmm.
and then when she's not, she like takes them down or whatever. So.
And I didn't know that, I had no clue about that for the longest time. And even before I told this other person, how I felt about this Iva. And I had no idea she was doing that and all that. And then I got told later she was doing it a lot and then recording videos. And I thought, oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
And I just said, it should probably somebody needs. I mean, it's not something that I could sit here and say it's funny, because it's not. She needs to get help.
Yeah. To me, and this is just my opinion, I don't think her videos are funny at all.
Mm-mm. I couldn't. I'll be honest. I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't really handle it. Everybody would talk about how good she was and how nice she was, and I'd seen that she was. She seemed like she was good to people while on a panel talking. Other than that, I didn't, even have any conversations with her besides if she commented on something and I commented back or liked it or whatever.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen much. But I don't know what she did, but I was missing in action at one point. But she had done something a while ago that the Rusiks didn't really like. We'll just say that they didn't really like, and she apologized for it, and then she kind of just disappeared, and then she came back I mean, she's everywhere. You got to remember that. I tell everybody that I talk to on YouTube that if somebody is on 1,000 different channels on YouTube and that's what they do 24/7, watch what their YouTube channels are that they're watching, because I can tell you everything about a person by just knowing what YouTube channels they watch. And if they're over here watching a bunch of drama crap on YouTube 24/7, they're probably drama, That's just the type of person they usually are. And I noticed that about Ava. She liked to get on them drama channels. Um, and I was like, yeah, that's not going to work.
Well,
I've already dealt with that before with some other people, because the whole reason for us doing any of the things we're doing isn't because we're just raising hell or we're upset about AD making money. It's got to do with the family. The family is upset. The family have lost their whole family besides, Frank. And they're over there dealing with that and dealing with God knows what else, real life, and they're dealing with all these people on YouTube, probably Facebook. And do I agree with everything they do sometimes? I mean, they're handling it way better than I could ever handle it. because if I were them right now and I was dealing with these adults, it's an adult at that, talking about my daughter, just and making shit up, making it up all the time. If I had to sit there and listen to that 24/7 while I was trying to grieve, I probably would hunt Armchair down myself and say,
Yeah.
forget a lawyer. Because if my daughter got, killed and that's how that happened, I would be upset anyway. And that's what I'm saying is they can't take on all that pressure and stress. I can't imagine if they were to see some of the stuff I have seen and reported and tried to get down very hard on certain situations before they were even really involved on YouTube, because I was afraid the family was going to see it. I even asked Armchair one time why he didn't just talk about other channels or, go on about something else. I mean, not anything content wise. I was like, there's other cases out there that you can talk about that are actually open. Why can't you talk about that? Alexis Sharkey, she was found dead, nude on the side of the road. She was married. She had obviously they had some issues, I'm being told. I don't know how true that is because it came from her friends, but anyway, he could talk about that because it's a lot, that case I believe is a lot like the Watts case in certain ways. I don't know yet because we don't know who killed her, but what I'm saying is I hope to God that her family doesn't have to go through what the Rusicks have gone through with losing their child. And I hope that if that family does go through that, that everybody does something about it if they have a heart, because if it was me, I would want help. I don't think these haters that are out here talking crazy about Shanann when they say she did all this stuff to her kids, I don't think, honestly, that those people, um, I think they're truly somehow, some way missing something. Maybe emotions. Maybe they've got a disorder or something. But those over there that's cheering for that Kim channel and saying, "Oh, Chris Watts is going to get out of jail or he's going to get an appeal or whatever," if they believe that and they actually believe what that woman is over there trying to sell, maybe they deserve to give all their money to her in Armchair.
Well, you know that you can't even comment in her lives unless you join her channel as like a member.
I know. She did try to nicely. What did she do the other day? She was on her live. I watch her, and it's only so I can find things out and report the video. But when that girl talks for 5.5 hours in circles like a dog chasing its tail and gets nowhere, I cannot listen to her without wanting to punch anything. That's how bad that woman annoys me.
Hey, keep talking. I can hear you. I'm gonna put it on mute because I'm going.
Okay.
I can.
But she went live the other night, and I guess the live stream messed up while she was talking nonsense. I mean, I'm still confused. I don't comprehend her at all. I have no clue. When she starts talking, I swear to you, I think I lose like all of my brain cells at once because I don't know what's going on when she starts talking. She's loud. She's so obnoxious. And she's kind of like a cult. She's over there waving her flag with Team Chris over there. And I'm sitting here thinking, what in the world has the world come to? It can't be that bad out there. But apparently it's gotten pretty bad because she really will say anything to these people to get $1. I was told a lot of things about her. I don't know if they were true or not, but I was told that she, I think she had some kind of job as an insurance person.
I heard that. I've also heard that she actually is in no longer contact with Chris or the Watts. Like they've washed their hands of her. But she,
I don't know about that.
Clips up and everything. I don't know.
I think maybe maybe his parents, maybe possibly, are trying to do something about her because they probably understand at this point what she's doing. And even if they do have a conversation with her, how do we know that the conversation they had with her is going the way she's telling it on YouTube? Okay, for one. And why are people so obsessed with hearing her talk?
I have no
Who
idea.
pays somebody like that that's sitting there bashing a woman that can no longer defend her or her kids anymore, put it on only members mode? And what was so funny about that was I knew her comments had been taken down because I wrote, I think it was so, I wrote the longest comment on her channel one time when she had those comments open where we could actually say something.
Uh-huh.
And it was so long, and I've never had YouTube do this to me until that day, that it made me stop at so many characters and said, sorry, you wrote too much out to leave a comment. And I was like, wow, I didn't know there was, an amount on a comment. So I had to reword it and go back through it and figure out what was important and what was me ranting and pissed off.
Yeah.
So I left the comment, and for some reason, 10 minutes later, everybody was like, her comments, they're gone. And I was like, huh? I said, I just left her a comment. I said, her comments are up. Y'all are stupid. And then I went back and they were gone. And I was like, wow, that was fast. But all I said in that comment, and I swear I did not say anything awfully bad to her. I didn't call her any names. There's no point in it. What's the point? It's not going to help anything. I just told her that her channel probably would not last very long. And I told her that it was very messed up that she thought it was okay to get on there and um, tell the world that Chris Watts is going to get an appeal when he's not. He's already confessed. The case is closed. I mean, of course, she thinks they've coerced him into speaking the truth. I don't know what she thinks. I'll be honest. I believe that she is talking to Chris still. I believe that maybe his parents aren't as talkative with her anymore. And I think that's why she's been so distant lately from YouTube. She didn't go live for a while, and then she popped back up, after a few people started talking about her missing. And I was like, oh God, let her go. But then the Atlanta girl showed up out of nowhere. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, don't do it. Don't watch it,
Are you
please.
talking
Don't
about
watch it.
Lana?
Yeah, Lana.
Oh yeah, yeah, I've seen her. Yeah.
Oh my God. Have you seen the video she's done?
Which one are you talking about? On J for Justice, or where she?
Oh,
Just,
no. There's other videos. She didn't upload them to YouTube herself. Somebody found those on Facebook, I believe, is what I was told. And they are her, and she has dressed her children up as if they are Shanann's kids, and she has put a filter over her face as she's Shanann's dead corpse and makes fun
yeah,
of
yeah,
Shanann.
Shazam. She's Shazam.
Shazam, there, yes.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Oh, I was so mad. I was so I would have been really good with not seeing that. Like I sat there and watched it, and I was like, "Oh no, this is not it's not going to be good when I watch this." And then I think Armchair actually took it from the channel I seen it off of. I seen it off of Craft. I think his name's or Crafton Barnes or something. I don't know, but Armchair just straight up took his whole video and said, "This is what Lana's doing," blah blah blah, and he's so against Kim, and I thought, why does it matter if Kim's up here doing the same thing you're trying to do, which is make $1?
Yeah, I know. Like when she would do like the Shazam videos, she would say something, and then she would just kind of laugh really weird.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, I don't know where she's from, but she don't need to come to Tennessee because somebody would probably whoop her ass. or well, in Kentucky either, probably. I'm just saying she really, that is probably the lowest of the lows I've seen in a case. And that is a good example of what mainly pisses me off about these channels that want to get up on their panels and talk about the Rusiks. They shouldn't do this. They shouldn't do that. They should, stay off of social media. They shouldn't get on there if they don't like it. You know who said that plenty of times.
Yeah.
Like, they are not searching for this stuff. How would they feel if they had a phone and then all of a sudden YouTube just, pops up and shows your daughter and it's saying some terrible thing about her that's not true? How would you feel? Like, you don't have to search for it.
And if that's crazy that somebody says, well, people need to stay off of YouTube. Well, it's their choice if they want to be on YouTube or not. They shouldn't have to stay off YouTube because the videos you're making.
Well, I think Armchair was talking about that one night, and he was like, I'm blocked off his channel, so I just went under a different name and said something to him anyway. But he was ranting and raving about Frankie Jr. not liking him and all that stuff, and he says the dumbest things like, I don't know why they're mad at me. Why are they coming at me? And why aren't they going after Kim? Why aren't they going after this? Why aren't they going after that? It's all everybody else's fault but his. He's a narcissist. You got to remember, he's had 9 different businesses, and he even messed that up for himself, and he was his own boss. So if he can't even run his own businesses, of course he's going to mess this up at some point. But anyway, they kept putting those in his live chat. They would constantly post, join Patreon. The mods would in there.
That's what got him kicked off YouTube.
And I kept reporting that, and I kept reporting it. And I thought, if something does not have, get done soon, I'm just going to just go and take a break. I don't know how long I'm going to take a break, but eventually I got mad about it to the point where I was like, okay, so nothing was going to happen. It didn't matter how I reported him. It didn't matter that I was doing it exactly how they told me to do it. It did not matter that I had filled out an entire form. They still weren't doing anything about it. And so I had literally gotten so mad that I looked up how to get in touch with a human that's over YouTube. And I couldn't find that answer. So they gave me a fax number, and I think when I found that fax number, there was another different number they gave me and an address. I wrote them a letter about everything that was going on that was nice and long, and an email. So I thought, if they say they didn't get this email, they'll get this letter. And I explained to them in detail what was going on. But this is what I learned from this entire situation. Yes, they have guidelines, and they have policies. I don't know if any of you have read those guidelines and policies lately, but they have updated them and they have changed. And they have something now in there about, harassment, bullying, all that, hate speech. And it actually says something about, victims, and they've changed it around a few other things. But this is the deal. They are trusting in YouTube users that use YouTube. So it doesn't matter if you live on the side of the road, as long as you have a phone. They are trusting that person to get on here and report videos for them. And they actually have these people sign up for something called, what did they call that? The Hero program on YouTube.
Yeah.
And so when these so-called heroes for YouTube get sent through, or they make the cut, or whatever they do over there with that, I guess as soon as they're allowed to do it, they get tools and stuff where they can get on here and, delete pretty much anybody's crap. And so when you call and complain about something, or, if you fax them or send them an email, they're not going to really know what's going on, because they don't know who talked to who. So I just told the person the whole entire story of what's going on YouTube, and said there has to be something done. And the next thing I knew was he was down, and they said he was in trouble. And I said, okay. So I got up there and looked, and it said he was the video had been taken down for spam or something, is what it
He went
said.
off right in the middle of a live, and that was hilarious.
And
But
that's
you know what was fun? Did you ever watch the guy Network that did the reviews of him on Patreon? There's a channel called Network.
network. What is the first word? Say it again.
Network, Network.
Okay, network.
Yeah.
Is I think I've ran past it a few times.
Well, he stopped doing them and sent AD a email saying he was sorry because that health scare AD supposedly had with his blood pressure. That network guy sent him an email and said he was sorry and he wouldn't be doing any more reviews and he didn't want to cause him to have a heart attack. And I thought to myself, oh my God, he got one person to stop over that. And I thought that network guy's channel was so damn funny. I laughed when I listened to him. But he quit doing them because freaking he thought he was going to give Armchair a heart attack.
Oh, I hate that. That sucks.
Yeah, quit doing
We
them.
wouldn't want to do that. We don't wish any harm on him.
Yeah.
We love everybody here. No, I'm just kidding. But he literally, I mean, I'm mind blown every time he goes live. I don't even like watching him, so it's kind of me just sitting there and pissed the whole time. But when I do listen, it just makes me want to kind of go off on him. So I know better than to engage. So I just had to take a break. And I mean, I lasted one day and everybody was emailing me about him already. I said, really? I said, I knew it was going to be bad because he goes live so much. I said, I mean, he goes live all the time. And he doesn't even give you anything new on anything. He makes up all kinds of stuff and then goes on live and says nothing, a lot of nothing besides, please pay me.
Yeah.
That was another thing that I was mad about. I had already started to report him before that live got shut down, that he had shut down for the spam. And I had complained about, the mods constantly just blowing chat up with, please join our Patreon, please join our Facebook group, Armchair's on Twitch, join Twitch, pay him $5 more on Twitch. I mean, I could not believe everything I was seeing. I was like, really? Every 5 seconds somebody's saying something to get them to buy something.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that in.
Nope. And I knew it, and I had read them guidelines, and I was like, I am sick of this. So I started reporting the comments because I was reporting him, and it was not helping. And I thought, okay, well, I'll just start reporting them. And so I started to report them, and they started to disappear, and they started to slow down there at the end. But I noticed it on this other channel he's got now. I don't know if it's his or, if it's somebody else's, but I'm pretty sure it's his. Because he did it a while ago when he was taken down. It was like, oh, I can go live here. What he doesn't understand is he needs to read the guideline and policies, and he needs to understand those, because one day somebody's going to get really, really upset with that guy, and they are going to read it detail by detail and probably do no telling what. People are crazy in this world. And when it comes to YouTubers, I was telling one of my friends this the other day, I said, they'll have them swatting the house. I said, they did it to Mommy Ramblings. I said, you can't trust these people. I said, because they will do the craziest things. I said, they'll bring the kids into it, and they'll talk shit about you, and they'll make your life hell. And it's just it's sad. It's got to be that way, but there's somebody else too that Armchair was not, I thought, wasn't getting along with. I thought they hated each other from what they both had said about each other, and it was Miss Mensa. And all of a sudden she was back in the lives, in the comments, but now they hate each other again. So that was over fast.
Yeah.
I don't know how anybody watches him and pays him. Oh, And the Patreon, I wanted to tell you about that. He has a $10 tier, and he had everybody coming in there at first saying they were getting a nice 50% discount, which
Yeah.
would have been $5 monthly. That stopped, and then without telling them, they all got charged $10 at one time, and we're asking them why they got charged twice. So I don't know what he did about that, but anyway, after that happened, he was just constantly trying to get, Patreon this, Patreon that. So I finally got on his Patreon, and I was looking at his, little thing where you could sign up, and he has a $200 tier, and it says, "Would you like to be a part of Armchair Detectives show?"
Yeah,
It says anonymous, or if you want to stay quiet. And then it pretty much says, in other words, I mean, not word from word, don't quote me on this. It says pretty much that if you would like to work for his show, pay him $200 a month and you can work for him.
the silent supporter.
Did you read it?
Yeah, oh yeah, I've seen them all.
Thank God, because I was reading that and I was like, oh my God, is that really what he put on there? Like, that's sad. These people read this. Like, if they fell for that.
It's the silent something, silent supporter or some shit.
I don't get it. I really cannot get it. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't either.
And I've never paid him for Patreon. I've had people tell me, don't do it. And I'm like, why would I do that? I can't even stand it when he goes live on YouTube. But then I was trying to figure out Patreon, how they worked. Do you know this? Maybe you know this. Do Patreon and YouTube, are they like jointed? Do they work together? Does one own the other?
I'm not sure exactly how it works. I know that what happens is you're actually broadcasting Patreon on YouTube.
Yes.
But unless you you have to pay for Patreon to get the link. What it is, it's basically a private video and the public can't see it.
Right.
So you're paying to watch a private video is what it is.
Okay, so.
And Claire says at Brooks' channel, people
got charged again because he started a new Patreon. What?
No, she said something else. She said, "Don't pay for Patreon. We'll send you the link."
Oh, thank you, Claire. No, I don't pay him anyway, though.
Too.
I really don't pay him. I have never paid him at all. I think the only membership I have right now is Mommy Ramblings, and I barely even get on there. So I've just been, like I said, I've been quiet lately. I've been just kind of sitting back and relaxing and just kind of watching what's going on. If there's something unsettling going on, I sit there and don't say anything, take notes, and go on about my business. And if it's brought up later, I'll say, yeah, I've seen it.
YouTube is a crazy place, that's for sure.
It is. It's nonsense. That's all it is. It's nonsense. And what's sad is all of the people on these channels are older than I am. I'm 29. These people are like 60, 58, and I'm like, why are y'all on here constantly talking shit? Why? Shouldn't y'all be busy doing something?
I'm 45, so.
But you're not up here talking shit about everybody, are you? Like, I'm sitting here thinking with the, all the people that we've seen in AD's channel and, some of the people we've seen in general.
I see what you're saying now.
Yes. There you go.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And there should be something, I feel like, I know this is going to sound extra, but I feel like they should have to do some kind of test or something before they allow them on YouTube. I don't know what kind of test. I'm still trying to figure that part out, guys. I don't know if they need a math assessment or, maybe a coloring book. I don't know. They need to do something to verify they're human, because some of these people do not act like they are human at all sometimes.
I've noticed that since his monetization has come back for his YouTube channel, he hasn't been talking about Patreon as much, which I really don't understand, because I would think he would make more doing the Patreon as many.
Have you found the other channel yet?
Oh yeah, the official channel. Yeah.
Well, no. Yeah. Well, I don't know. The one that I think he's calling it Armchair Live Streams.
Yeah, that's it. It was called Official Channel. He changed it
Okay.
to live stream. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
He also
He
has one where he's talking to people at night, like
I seen that. I
relaxing
filmed that a
sleep.
long time ago and laughed. I don't know why
It was
that would be,
weird.
but it was hilarious.
He's like, "Are you asleep yet?"
You know what that reminded me of?
I'm like, "Who the
Now I
fuck is
probably
Steve
should. No,
Mister?"
never mind. I probably shouldn't say it on YouTube. Never mind. It's
Say
not
it.
good. It's not
No,
good.
say it. I want to hear it now.
I mean, it honestly, when he's walking around like that, he looks like he's about to do something he don't need to be doing. Like, he's about to walk up on somebody, or it kind of looks like something that would walk up on a kid and just jerk them right up and take them off. He scares me. Like, really, when you really look at him and think about it and think about what he's doing and how he's acting, it's scary. I mean, he's capable of some crazy shit, I believe.
Yeah, he's nuts. That's for sure.
If he wasn't so damn lazy, he'd probably be trying to find us all right now. He's probably done a background check on us all. Who knows?
Oh, he ran one on me back when I was doing the parodies of him.
I remember us talking about that.
He was talking about saying I had a rap sheet a mile long, but he had looked up Brian Moxley.
Oh my god!
About this, he run a background check on Brian Moxley, and he was doxing a guy named Brian Moxley, thinking it was me.
Oh god! He was probably thinking, "Damn it! I paid $35 for this. Now I got to get it back."
It was just unbelievable the fact that he done that. I mean,
that's hilarious. That is great. I don't know.
Looked up Brian Moxley instead of Braun, and
that's great. I can't. Yes, I can. I was going to say I can't believe he did that, but yes, I can.
The guy with the beard has a rap sheet a mile long. He's been in prison more than he's been out in your life.
I remember watching that and thinking, when I was listening to it, I thought, damn. I said, I remember sitting here talking to a friend of mine, and I said, damn, he made him out to be a thug. I said, he didn't even do nothing. She started laughing at me. I said, all he did, I said, was a parody. That's all. I said, and this guy took it serious. I said, but I said, he obviously didn't realize what he was doing when he was looking up his information. I said, he got his name wrong. And she said that, wow, they're actually doing background checks. I said, yeah, people are crazy. I said, they'll do anything on here. I said, and now y'all understand why I'm so freaked out about kids being on here in general, if adults act this way.
And he thought it was me.
I didn't hear you for like 1 minute. You were like, and I was like, what? I thought you disappeared.
I've been buffering. We've got a hell of an ice storm going on here. It is.
Oh, it just started here too. I swear. I was like, damn, is that really coming now?
It is pouring the rain here.
Yes, it just started here too. Well, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, we're supposed to get an inch of ice and then 1 to 4 inches. And Claire says Bubbles is the one doing the searches.
Bubbles.
Yeah, and Kelly says that was funny. I remember that. I had to do it to figure out where he was coming up with that stuff. And she's the one that found out that she was looking up Brian Moxley. And the old girl says, poor Brian Moxley.
Oh, Brian Moxley. Yeah, Bubbles. That sounds legit.
Yeah.
I just read that again, and I was like, huh? Bubbles? Claire, like, who are you talking about? But now I get it. I know who you're talking about, I think.
She's like the main mod now on there, I believe.
Oh, great. Maybe she can stick that wrench off her ass.
Right under Joe the Cat, I believe.
Okay, so my question is this, guys. Like, when he has, damn, it's really coming down outside. Sorry, y'all, I'm random.
It is here too.
But me and Brian Moxley, we're not going anywhere for a while if it gets this bad, because I swear to God, right now there's like 3 inches falling at once right now.
I mean, it's bad.
I can hear it there, Brooke. I can hear it coming down.
Can you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk outside and see if y'all can hear it. It's so
Yeah,
it'll probably stop as soon as I do it. Well, you might hear it. Can you hear it loud over there, Brian?
I've got the
I can
heat
hear
on in
it.
the room, so that's the heat running. But I can look out, and I mean,
Yeah, it
it is
is.
It is coming.
on top.
Wow, that is
It is
coming
a
down.
hot freaking mess out here.
Like if I could post pictures, I could show you the power lines have ice hanging from them right now.
Oh God, y'all were supposed to get it worse than us though. I knew that. It's snow. There's a little snow in it. I'm joking. It's really ice. It's all
Just a
ice.
little bit north of where I'm at, it's all snow.
So I'm gonna tell y'all what I stupidly did. I was complaining the other day. I went into one of my random modes and started just bitching about everything, and that my sister called, and I didn't really want to talk to anybody, but I answered. And she sat there and she was like naming off all this stuff that it was supposed to be doing this week, and she said, and I got to work. And I said, "Oh God, poor you. You actually got to leave the house. It's fine. You'll make it." And she said, and I said, "I hope it comes a blizzard." But I was joking. I was already bitching because we hadn't got anything really here. We had some snow, but it just kept, it fell and it just went away. It just, nothing came of that. And I said, "I don't think I've ever been this long without it snowing." And she said, "Well," she said, "I don't mind waiting a little longer." And she said, "And please don't say you want a blizzard." She said, "Because every time you say that," she said, "it comes 10 inches of snow." And I forgot that I used to say that all the time. Well, she texted me today and said, "I hope you're happy, Elsa." She said, "We're getting all kinds of freaking ice for the next week." And I said, "Damn." I said, "Did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed?" She said, "I've got to work in it." And I said, "Oh, you'll be fine." But
They
she
gave
just,
us an 800 number at work and told us to call before we reported in because it could be canceled.
what?
See, there's a weather line at my work. They said it's only been canceled like once in 20 years, but they told us to call in the morning before we come in because here is their
They real
But
live want you to call in.
yeah.
But pre-COVID times in America, don't you have designated snow days,
Oh yeah.
Well,
like for
yeah.
schools and stuff?
Are you talking about schools? We did
Yeah,
until
yeah, you
they
have
had to have
designated snow days.
the entire year off last year and be virtual.
Oh gosh.
Now
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, you can't miss any more days." And I said,
Yeah.
it's so crazy how different every school is, and not just this one my daughter's in, but just in general, all the schools are so different around us. I know somebody that has a kid, and I think she's in ninth grade, and they're at their school. They're going uh, only on Fridays, but they're virtual Monday through Thursday. Fridays they have to actually go into class, and then on the days they're not there, there's I guess a whole separate group of kids there where they're separating them some so they won't all get sick. I guess is easy. Uh, but pretty much she's been virtual all year long, and I had to help her with her math and stuff the other day. And I told her, I said, I probably failed this for you, but y'all, they have apps now that will straight up solve math problems for you. Did you know that?
Well, my granddaughter's 7, and she, as the schools are closed in the UK for non-key workers, so she's been having to be homeschooled for quite a while now, and I'm the designated maths teacher, but I was terrible at it.
Oh my God!
Yeah, so we're doing the whole curriculum homeschooled. We have been doing it for a few weeks now, and that's going to carry on till at least March.
I wouldn't even put not just my kid, any kid in that position. I would feel sorry for them if they had me as a teacher. That's sad.
Yeah, we try our best. I mean, it's there's loads of it, and we don't do it all. We do try our best, and we try to get as much of it done. But there's loads of it because it's the full curriculum, but at home.
Well, here they just send them home with a Chromebook, and they're like, "Okay, we're doing this thing virtual." They even do freaking gym class virtual here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" I said, "What are they going to ask you to do?" And she looked at me and she said, "Oh, they're going to tell me to do some push-ups I was
Yeah.
like, are you serious? Like, he's
I think
watching you? Yeah.
we are doing quite well. I think the hardest thing is because Summers, my granddaughter, she's an only child at the minute. Well, we have another one on the way. My second grandchild's on the way anyway, so she will have a brother or sister soon. But at the moment, she's an only child, so she spends so much time with adults now. So I know it has to be done, and I know schools have to be closed, and I know that it has to be done and
Girl, they
everything.
didn't
But
close our schools for my daughter.
yeah,
She went.
well, she's not played with another child for months. She's just been around adults. Us, me, and her
Oh,
mum.
man.
Yeah, she can't play with her children.
Yeah, my daughter's been out of school for almost a year.
Yeah,
Well, Briley, my daughter Briley, she's in 8th grade, and God bless me. I guess this is the grade where it's all coming back to me. Boy, crazy. So this is what I have to deal with. Every time she's home, she's talking about somebody, and I never know if it's the same boy or if it's a different one. So I got tired of that because her grades started to go down, and I noticed it. And I said, Briley, I said, what in the world are you doing at school besides your work? Nothing. I said, don't lie to me. And she said, well, everybody else in those 2 classes that I'm not doing as well in, they aren't doing well either. I said, I don't care if the other kids are
That's what
failing.
my daughter says.
I said, don't play that game with me. I said, I've already played that game. I said, you better get over there and figure it out. And she said, well, what about my phone? I said, you're not getting it back until your grades go back up. So it's 2 months later, and she still ain't got it back. And I think she's about to come undone anytime. They're addicted to those phones so bad. It's so bad.
it's true. Yeah,
I mean, you cannot talk to some of these kids without, if they have a phone, you might as well forget talking to them, because I've seen some of them where I've said, hey, what are you doing? I need you to do this. And it's like they never hear me, And I'm like, hey, is your name still Briley? The last time I checked, that's what I named you. And when I do that, she knows I'm starting to get pissed off, so she'll get up. But then she'll just start staring at the phone again. And I'm like, what the is on your phone that's so important? Well, now we know it's boy time. So I started to embarrass her every time she went back. She started this too, just going hiding every time she got on the phone, and I immediately knew that she was on somebody, or on there with somebody she didn't need to be on there with. So I would just go back there and yell and say something stupid just to see what she would do. And she started locking me out of my room, and I said, why are you in my room for any reason? First off, I said, and what's wrong with yours? And I said, why are you locking me out of my own room so you can talk on your phone? And she was like, oh, sorry. Well, the whole time she was talking to some little boy, and this little boy that she liked so much, I guess, isn't very good, because he did some things at school to get him suspended. So he's suspended now. I said, Briley, I said, you're not doing well with picking men so far. I said, so if I were you, I'd probably just worry about school.
yeah. There's a lot of
She's
problems as well. I mean, my youngest daughter, she's at university, and she's doing a 3rd year, so a final year to get a degree. And they've taught themselves, but she's paying all this money for tutorage, student loans, but she's not getting any lectures or anything. She's basically just teaching herself. So
well, that's kind of what.
I'm hoping she gets some money back, because I mean, yes, it's a loan,
Well,
but
I was dead serious about that app, though. There's like 3 or 4 different apps that these kids can download on a phone now, and all you have to do is literally take a picture of whatever the problem is. Like if it's a math problem, it even answers some different. What was it? It was science. There was English. There was. I know I sound real country, guys. Don't laugh at me later. But anyways,
So,
this is the first time we've been heard together. They're really gonna love this.
yeah,
But
the Hick channel.
oh yes, it's so big. But yeah, it just got to where that I couldn't figure out some of her math problems, and I was like, well, as soon as they start adding the alphabet to all these numbers and telling us A plus B plus C
yeah, it's
equals
true.
whatever, I said, I don't know. I said, that's
Yeah.
where they lost me.
Yeah.
And I said, and I obviously didn't care enough to pay attention while I was in school. So I found I think it was about 5 different apps on my iPhone and downloaded them thinking they weren't going to work. And it explained to me detail by detail how to work the problem out. And it told me the answer and everything. And I was like, where was this when I was in school?
Yeah.
We had nothing like this.
Well, I've got my maths A level, which is the higher maths, and I say my granddaughter's 7, and she had I did one maths lesson with her, and there was like 9 questions, and I got to question 7. My head was pounding. I'm like, I've had enough. Right, I'm going to send your mother in because I've had enough of this.
Yeah. Well,
for the longest, this is for a 7-year-old.
Oh, good. Yeah, I know how you feel. I mean, when my daughter comes home and says, "Hey, I've got math homework," I tell her, "Good luck." I say, "Hey, I hope you have that app downloaded because you know I can't do it."
Well, I'm supposed to be able to do it, and I'm still confused.
Hey,
because it's so different. I think because I'm so old as well, that they do it in different ways. That's my excuse anyway. That's what I say to my granddaughter. They just do it in different ways now, darling. Grandma doesn't know. They did it different in my day.
oh, yeah, I've heard that several times. I'm like, okay, well, that's great. What do I do now?
Well, yeah, I'll tell my daughter something, and she'll say, "Yeah, but back when you went to school, you had to walk 5 miles uphill."
Oh my God, you're not. Oh shit, that's funny. I mean, that's not funny at all, Brian. That's not funny. That's not funny. You're not old.
She calls me a boomer. I'm like, I'm not a boomer.
Oh, hey, I get called that. It's just kids. I've noticed one thing. All the kids, no matter the world, it doesn't matter if they live close or if they live miles apart. They all have the same slang. And boomer was just one of them at the time because I got called the same thing several times.
My children call me a fossil.
A what?
Fossil. They go, "Shut up, you fossil."
Oh, I'm not sure how to take that.
It means I'm very, very old.
Okay, well, I would be like, at least she was modest about it.
Well, if you're a fossil, what does that make them?
A seashell.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They do. They go, "Oh, shut up, you old fossil."
That's kind of rude.
Oh, I'm sure it's all in jest. They love me, really.
I love it when they think that I'm stupid and think that I don't know that they get mad at me. And, well, Briley and her little friends, when they're over, Briley will get mad at me. If I say no to her or if I say something she doesn't like, she's gotten into this mood where she'll just go, and then slap herself or something, like literally slap her leg, not her face. She's got a little more sense than that. But she did that to me the other day, and I said, "What in the hell are you thinking?" Because I was on the phone, and she kept turning her music up while she was driving, and I turned that shit down and got mad and said something to her and told her to turn that shit down. I was on the phone, and she smacked the shit out of her leg and got so mad and started huffing. I said, "Well, huff and puff." I said, "You're going to blow the house down, aren't you?" I said, "Calm down." And she said, "Well, I was just trying to listen to music." I said, "Well, I was just on an important phone call, but that didn't matter." And I said, "You know what my mom would have done?" I said, "She would have stopped the car right wherever you did that." I said, "And she would have beat the hell out of me in front of everybody." I said, "I don't know why she's gotten like this lately, but I think it's hormonal." And it reminds me a lot why I remember
Oh my goodness.
wanting a boy.
How old is she? Who are you talking about?
13, my daughter.
Yes, teenagers. Well, I'm glad I'm through that. My girls
No,
are 20,
I
25
really
and
do.
21, and my goodness, teenagers are the hardest.
Oh God, I wish she was a child. Literally, I wish she was still a baby, so I didn't have to deal with this part.
I know
It's
what
just
you're going. My daughter's 14.
Oh no!
they probably get along great. Probably get in trouble together too.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Well, all I can say is
You'll be
bless
15
you
in
guys and good luck.
And when
In May, and she asked me the other day.
Briley was born in May. Briley's birthday is May 8th.
Hers is 24. And she asked me the other day she wants to go on a date. with a little boy from school named Wade. So I was like,
Oh no.
yeah, I
Oh
told
yeah.
her, I said, this is a big step for me. She didn't
I
understand that.
don't know if I could handle it. I probably am
Well,
going to
it's,
be
it's,
See,
the
I would probably
biggest.
go with. I would probably
n-
go with and just
I
sit in the
probably
background.
wouldn't. I would.
Like
I
if
would.
they went
I
to a
wouldn't.
restaurant or for a meal, I'd probably sit on the other table and just watch.
Well, let's say this. I would, but I wouldn't let her know. I would say, "Yes, honey,
Yeah,
go right
yeah,
ahead," and
yeah.
then I'd be like, "Okay, where are they going?"
Yeah.
well, her mom's dropping her off and picking her up.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter. TJ, Bradley's dad drops her off sometimes. I pick her up. If as long as I can find her, it don't matter who dropped who off. I'll figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
And she knows. She knows this. She's like, "Oh God, I'm never gonna get away with anything." I'm like, "You're damn right, you're not."
Yeah.
I said, "Not in these days." I said, "Back in the day."
Kelly's daughter will be 13 in May. Angie's daughter is 15 next week. We're all going through it right now.
Oh, bless
Oh,
you guys.
yay!
I feel
So
so sorry for you
happy for
guys.
y'all. I'm so thankful we're all going through it.
It's the hardest time. Honestly, I've said this loads and loads of times. I would rather look after 6 toddlers than 2
Yes.
teenagers.
Oh no, it's not
Literally.
just that. Another thing is my mother and myself, we do not really get along at all because of things that she allowed in my past that I don't really want to talk about right now. Maybe another day. Um, but she allowed some things to go on that wasn't right, and I wasn't really feeling safe with her. And so I got my daughter and got out of her house and left her with her soon-to-be husband. But anyway, she literally at that age, she just screamed. She had colic really bad, and it kept me up all night
Oh my
long.
God, my son had colic. It's terrible.
And I remember doing so many crazy things to try to fix it. Even though the doctor told me that she had colic, there's nothing you can do besides change the formula.
Yeah.
Okay, I said, that's fine, I'll change it. And I tried everyone, I'm talking everyone you can find, and it did not work. And I was like, okay, I cannot. My mom was like, oh, well, you used to do that, she said, and I just let you scream it out. I said, well, Mom, how did you not know that maybe I was passed out dead in there? I said, did you check on me at least? And she said, every once in a while. And I said, I'm glad I made it this far. I said, because so far, all she has told me while trying to help, and I put that in quotes, she was trying to tell me all this stuff about when I was little while my daughter's screaming. And I'm like, okay, I know what I did. I get it. You've told me this. And she said, this is karma. She told me it was karma. And I said, you're probably right. I said, you're probably right. And so I put Briley in the car, and I thought, well, maybe she'll go to sleep if I ride around with the music on. And I rode around for 2 hours just to get some peace and quiet. She fell asleep, and I thought, okay, I can go home. So I went home, and as soon as I got her out of the car, she started right back up.
Well, with my son, this is God's honest truth. We couldn't get nothing to get. We would try to give him a warm bath, change the formula, everything. And you know what finally got him to stop crying? This is God's honest truth. We put a heater in the bedroom, and it was literally on like 90 degrees. He was like sweating to death, but he was sleeping and he wasn't crying. So we called the doctor and asked the doctor about that. And the doctor says if it's taking care of the crying, it's okay. And so we was
I don't like that.
Yeah, it worried us, but at the same time, we consulted with the doctor, and he said it would be fine. So
yeah, I know you got to do it. You're, parents, they got to do what they got to do. But what I'm saying is if a doctor had told me that, I probably would have been that parent that was psycho, and I probably would have been sleeping beside her, freaking out like, is she awake?
It was too hot.
See,
you got me there. I can't sleep when it's hot. That wouldn't work.
My eldest daughter was fine when she was a baby, and then I got my youngest daughter. She's 21 now, but when she was a baby, I call her now. Bless her, I love her to death, so she knows that I'm not being awful. But I called her the faulty one because she was poorly all the time. Like she literally was sick all the time. She had every allergy under the sun. If you could name an allergy, she had it. She was born with a hole in her heart, but God bless her, it closed up when she was 4.5. But she was diagnosed with a heart murmur when she was born, so she used to turn blue if we went outside. We went outside once, and this little boy, bless him, out of the mouth of babes and all that. We went to a bus stop because I was taking my eldest daughter to school. So I had to take the little one in the pram. And he looked at her and he went, and she had this purple coat on. It's like a lilac purple coat. And bless him, he went, "Excuse me." I went, "Yeah, what's up?" He said, your child, her lips are the same colour as her coat." And I went, "Oh gosh," because her lips used to turn blue and purple. Oh my goodness, it was a nightmare. I mean, she's fine now. Well, she's got asthma and she still has allergies, but she manages it with stuff.
But she's alive.
But she's alive. But when she was a baby, I felt at one time like more like a nurse than a mother, because I just felt like I was a constant nurse. She was so poorly, and I say covered in eczema, so I had to put all that cream on her and bath her in this stuff and all that.
Anybody that's
three
had a baby
times
with
a day.
colic knows how bad that is.
Yeah.
I tried everything. I tried socks. I even remember trying to find some gloves to put on her, thinking her hands were cold. I didn't know why she was crying. I just knew at one point that she was screaming, and I had fed her and everything else, and there wasn't nothing else I could do. So when I took her to the doctor, they thought I was crazy because I said I did everything.
They don't really know what colic is. It's like a crying for no reason.
I mean, I got stared at like, what, really? I mean, and it didn't help anything. I was young too, and they're like, "Yeah, she's stupid. She should have had no kids." And they were probably right. No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
But
hey,
it's just I mean, it'll test anybody that.
And then you got Briley's dad, which her dad, we get along. I don't talk really a lot to him unless it has to do with Briley, but as far as that goes, but he got with this girl and they were all good, and then all of a sudden apparently she cheated on him, and it was with his best friend, and she got pregnant with his best friend and had the baby. Well, all of a sudden my daughter came over here and she was like, "Oh," she said, "I just got back from Dad," she said, "and let me tell you what was going on." I was like, "Oh, what is she doing that for?" And I said, "Have you been watching Kevin Hart?" And she said, "No." And I said, "Well, why are you talking like that?" And she said, Amanda and my daddy, she said, they're engaged. She said, so that kid, and that's what she calls the baby that girl had with her soon to be husband's best friend. How weird is that? But anyways, she pretty much told her, she said, "I'm not doing anything." She said, "If you want me to be in the wedding," she said, "I'm not doing it." And I said, "Bro, you can't do that." I had to have a serious conversation with my daughter about how she was going to act and how she wasn't going to act, because if you don't correct that real fast, there's a problem. And I told her, I said, "Briley," I said, "you better not start any kind of crazy stuff over there." I said, "because I have been in her shoes before." I said, "No, I didn't go cheat on somebody with their best friend and have a baby and then bring it back to him like an idiot." I said, "I didn't do that part." I said, "I can tell you now that I have had stepkids before." I said, "And if you go and act a fool and act like those kids did to me and I had to deal with them," I said, "I will beat you." I said, "I will get you." And she looked at me like I was crazy. I said, "So you might want to rethink what you're about to tell me." And after I told her that, her dad called me and he said, "Why?" He said, "Why is Briley so scared to talk to me?" I said, "She's always scared to talk to you. You're her dad." And he said, "No." He said, "She won't speak at all. Like she's worried to death about something." I said, "I don't know what's wrong with her." Well, she decided to tell him that I got on to her and she was scared to talk now. And I said, "That ain't ever stopped her from talking before." I said, "You better ask her what she got in trouble for." And so I guess when I told him, she got in trouble for being a smartass, I didn't even put his girlfriend in it. I guess she thought I put his girlfriend in it, and she told him what she said about his soon-to-be wife. And they all got into it over there, and it's such a hard situation when you have to deal with that and you're not over there. And they come back and tell you something they don't like about the other parent's house, but that's life. That's how it works, and she's getting worse because he won't let her go anywhere, to any type of movie or anything. But he's had her in 500 different places with no mask while COVID was going on, and could have got her sick. And I had to complain about that. But she literally is the type of kid that gets so scared so easily just by you giving her a stern talk. And when she sees some of this stuff on YouTube that I watch, I try to filter what I watch in front of her, because I don't want her watching none of that, or thinking it's okay for these people are acting like this, then I can do this at school, is what I'm worried about,
Yeah.
And that's what I was trying to explain earlier, though, that we don't know that there's not a bunch of kids in here with us, or when everybody's arguing or you bullying or harassing or saying hateful things, we don't know who is really watching us, and it could be a child. And I try to remind everybody that it don't matter what you tell these people. They don't care. They just don't care. And the only thing I can tell anybody that has had any of these issues on YouTube is this: you just have to not care too, as bad as that sucks. Because, like I said earlier, the whole situation with the Dixie chick situation, it caught me off.
I think it's difficult with children now because they are brought up with the internet, and that's a different thing. Well, for me, I'm older than you, Brooke, so I'm a lot older. Yeah. I wasn't brought up with the internet at all.
Oh, no. Well, I wasn't. Well, it wasn't like I was either, though. Like they are now. I did have access to it.
And
where
teenagers will know more than what you do, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So it's a really difficult thing. So my children are 25 and 21, so they were sort of brought up a little bit at a later stage. So I had a little bit of it. But my granddaughter, she will be brought up continually with it. I mean, she's already on Roblox, and we've already had to say, look, if there's anyone on, we monitor it. But I mean, this is how silly it is. Like, oh no, there was a game where she had to dress up, like a doll's dress up thing, so she dresses it up. And someone put a little comment saying, oh, that's ugly or something. She was in tears. So, we've had to talk already, and she's 7. But
wow.
Yeah, but my daughter is 25, so she is probably more savvy than I am, so she can teach my granddaughter better than I can, if you see what I mean.
Yeah. And that's always good too.
But we've already had to say at 7, look, there's people on the internet that are not real people. They're strangers, you don't know them. And obviously she's not allowed, Facebook or anything. She's not on anything like that. But she plays Roblox, as all the kids do. But we've already had the conversation about if anyone makes a comment, that's not. We've said, that could not be a real person. So.
Oh, Brian, you know that what shit? Christina Randall.
Yeah.
Channel.
Yes.
She's got a video up about Roblox. You need to go watch that. Sagacious, you need to watch that Roblox. You've got to find that video.
We monitor it. We watch what she's doing. We monitor it, and but it's
because I was really amazed.
All the kids play it, don't they? All the kids play it.
Yeah, well,
and think, it's just a nice game.
Our kids went through it. Like we had a situation where at certain times they wanted to do something cool, I guess, like I don't know why, but whatever the older kids were doing, and I didn't really know what Roblox was for the longest, or what they were doing on them phones. So I just said, whatever, it's a game. Well, when I got to paying attention, I was like, wait a minute, y'all have a chat room in here? Like, what is this? And that's when I started to panic about it. Because, although you think you teach your children to be smart online, and you want to know that they are doing what they should be doing and not what they shouldn't be doing.
And as parents, we have the talk.
But
the new talk
their brain's
now
not
is
developed.
The internet talk. Yeah.
The brain's not developed
Yeah.
enough. And if somebody gives them any attention that they're seeking, just in a little tiny
Yeah.
just way, they will use that opportunity to
Yeah.
do whatever.
And
it's
there's
so
manipulators
easy.
out there, and they say manipulating things like, oh, that's really good, but keep it a secret. They
Yes.
can use manipulative tactics like that, can't they?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's another thing I didn't understand about that app, was that you couldn't say certain words in the app. So if you, for example, were doing something wrong, you would have to, like, and getting away with it, then you would have to put a space in between a word, or, you know, type it out differently. And that's what she was talking about too on that video.
But it is really scary. Like, I consider my children as quite intelligent children, really, and I've had all the talks under the sun. But my own daughter, she's 21 now, but when she was about, oh gosh, I think she was about 17, 18, she went to her first away concert, you know, sort of, you know, 17, 18. So,
Yeah.
and then my eldest daughter said to me, by the way, Chloe's my youngest daughter. She says, by the way, Chloe has arranged to meet someone in the car park. I said, if you ever let her meet a fucking stranger in a car park, I'm gonna go mental. And I think they were at Leeds or somewhere, so it was about I don't know how's Leeds. It's about 60 miles away from me, so I couldn't like go there straight away. She was with her sister. She was with some friends, but I hadn't heard this, and I class her as an intelligent girl. I've had all the talks under the world.
Wait a
And
minute.
so her elder sister was like, oh, Mum, she said she's going to meet this person that she's talked to on the internet in a car park. I was like, I swear to God, you do not let her do that. And I said it more bluntly than that. I said, if you let your sister go in that car park and meet that stranger, you might find your sister dead. So you do not let her do that.
Right.
I was furious. Right, I was really, really strong about it. Anyway, they didn't let her go. But I was like, this is a girl that I consider intelligent, got her wits about her. As I say,
and they can be the smartest
17.
kids in the world. That don't mean that.
I couldn't believe it.
It doesn't matter if we're kids, adults, or whatever. The kids are they don't understand yet how serious it is. They don't understand.
About 17.
But even adults can make that mistake.
Yeah.
You know, and I had to kind of tell myself when it came to that too. Yes, it's serious. You need to be straight up with her, and you need to do this. But you also need to remember that it's so easy, but you know, for somebody that is not a good person to manipulate somebody like that. You know.
Okay, I got a joke for you talking about this subject.
Oh no.
What is a kidnapper's favorite pair of shoes?
Oh,
I don't know. What is a kidnapper's
Wait a minute.
favorite
Let me think about that.
Oh yeah,
I don't know. Wait a minute.
Favorite shoes.
Favorite shoes. Yeah, I got to tell. Wait. I don't know.
White Vans.
White
Vans. White. Oh, that's so messed up.
That's corny, ain't it? But it's good.
My goodness.
All right, we've been on for like 3.5 hours, and I got to get in bed just in case we do have work. But thank you guys for coming on tonight. I'll do this again tomorrow night if y'all want to.
Sounds great.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, Brooke.
Thank
Lovely
you.
to chat to you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you all. Thanks everybody in chat. Hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't see the first, go back and watch the parody.
I was sitting here reading Kel's comment about some of the things her daughter was doing in school. Let's see. She said something about PE.
Yeah, she said, but she never sees her do anything physical.
Oh, that's what I was going to tell y'all. Carly the other day was doing hers in here, and she was.
I'm just going to say good night, Brooke.
Okay, good night. I'm done after this.
I don't want to be rude. But good night, darling. Night night.
Carly was on there like that, and they said the guy said he said we worked hard. The teacher did. He said, and I'm sore from yesterday. He said, so we're fixing to do nothing today and just sit here, and I don't know what he had them doing. He had them doing all kinds of it was work, you know, like written work, and I was like, this is not cool. Like, you really? But I asked her what they did normally, and she said, oh, normally it's him telling us to do push-ups or jumping jacks or some kind of exercise while they watch us on the computer. I was like, oh gosh, I bet that is hard or embarrassing.
Told me one morning she overslept and she didn't want to turn her camera on. And the teacher said, "You have to turn your camera on, or you can't join the class." And he kicked her out.
That's what they told Carly the other day too. She said he said what did he say? He said, if you are, he also said this. He said, if I see you come in and then you leave unannounced and don't tell me or ask me, he said, then I'm counting you absent.
So,
and I looked at Carly and I said, you better make sure that camera's on you.
So it's kind of like the old days with a bathroom hall pass.
Yeah,
right?
That's like a hall pass.
I would just put up like a picture of myself or something and walk away.
Yeah, I mean, that's what but they made it real clear. Went right as soon as she got on there. They said, okay, we all have to show our faces. I need to know we're all here. I was like, well, they've got this down.
Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, well, thanks for coming on tonight.
You're welcome. If you need anything, holler at me.
Well, I appreciate it, and I'll see y'all tomorrow night.
All right.
All right, take care, y'all. Bye.